about issues. I had so many issues just now. I don't even understand what this is all about. I don't even know if my Instagram is working right now. It might not be working. Welcome to the Big and Serious podcast. We are late because I had so many technical issues just now that I was like, is everything okay? Is everything falling apart? What's going on? Like, why are we doing this? But I'm here now. So welcome to the Big and Serious podcast. My name is Angie Goodes, and tonight's guest is Calvin from Aiming for Greatness. I actually see him in the green room. So we will get to him very soon. What is the topic tonight? We're going to talk about grief. You know, we all go through it we have all gone through it in some way, shape, or form, and yet still we don't have conversations about it. So we are definitely going to talk about grief and all the different stages of grief and how to handle grief and all of that. But because we're behind time, I'm actually going to talk to my guest first. Let me I do have that up. All right. I feel so discombobulated right now. Like I can't even believe this. I feel so out of sorts. Are you ready, Calvin? Yes, thumbs up. All right. So we are aiming for greatness.
Hello, hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
I feel a little out of sorts. I'm not even going to lie. I thought I was going to have to grieve my lie. You literally, like, I'm surprised I didn't break out in a sweat because I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? What is happening? Like, it was like the systems didn't want to work. And then I kept trying to go live and it kept telling me to schedule it.
Mm.
Oh,
And
anyways.
yet you did it.
And yet still, perseverance is key. And at one point during all of the madness, I heard the bleep, which means that you entered the studio. And I was like, so welcome to the building. Welcome to the Big and Serious podcast, Calvin.
Thank you.
Aiming for Greatness photography. Let's start with that.
Sure.
Put the caption up here so that our lovely viewers, where is it? See, I'm out of sorts right now. I'm so out of sorts right now. I need a moment to like collect myself because I'm like,
okay.
So while I'm taking a deep breath, why don't you tell our amazing viewers how they can find you?
So you can find me on Instagram. It's A4G Photography, and that's on Instagram. So yeah, pretty simple.
Are you on any other streaming platforms? Like, have you ventured into the TikTok world or anything like that?
Not really. No, no. I'm dabbling in it. I'm doing a little bit more research, in regards to TikTok. A lot of people have recommended going to TikTok over Instagram. So I'm dabbling in it right now. So we'll see. We'll see.
I get it. You know, I have a love. I have a. I'm not going to say love hate. I think TikTok and I were trying to figure out how we really fit into each other's worlds and how do we like each other, especially when it comes to streaming the platform, like streaming the show. Like, so for example, I did the show successfully on TikTok last week, and then a few days ago got told that I violated standards and I don't know how or what I did. And so now I'm not allowed to stream on there today.
Yeah, there's always something with TikTok. You post something like you'll see stuff that you're like, how is this posted? And then you'll post something so simple and then it gets banned or whatever. So that's one of the reasons why I'm like, yeah, no, it's okay.
Listen, I'm not even going to say that because I do believe that at some point I will have a wonderful relationship with TikTok.
I
I'll just
agree.
say, be if you decide to venture in that world, be patient. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Very.
probably the key.
Yeah.
Big up. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. BXLLV. Believe? I don't know. Something like that. On Instagram, tuned in. Welcome to the building. Yes. So let's get into it. So you do photography. and
Yes.
we've had a conversation before, so I don't want you to think that I'm crazy. So we're going to pretend we didn't have that conversation before. So I've actually interviewed Calvin before for well, you wouldn't know unless you go to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I've interviewed Calvin before at Sessions with Sage.
Yes. Yes. That's
That
where we. But funny enough, that is not the first time we met, and I didn't realize that wasn't the first time we met. We
really?
met at, I can't remember the event that we met at, but I was working with Scylla, and you interviewed Scylla, and that was actually the first time I met you.
Oh, Scylla, she was wearing pink, yes? I
Yes,
remember her.
yes,
She was like lovely. That was at Jerk Fest.
yes, correct, Jerkfest. That
Jerk
was actually the
Fest.
first time I met you. It was very brief, our conversation, but I was going back through all of my pictures, and I found it, and I looked, and I'm like, oh my God, no way. So it's so funny. That was the first time I met you, and then when I met you at Sage with Sessions, we kind of connected even more. So
Mhm.
it was great.
I think I remember at Jerk Fest I was bugging you because Scylla kept saying my photographer is gonna take
Yes.
pictures, and I was like, okay, photographer, get my good side. Just causing trouble. Big up to the
Oh,
other podcasts that I was on at the time.
mhm.
All the opportunities that came from working with them. I really appreciate it. But anyway, here we are now. So we've met before, so we're besties at this
Yep.
point.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. It's okay, Wusa. I still can't hear you though. Okay. Should I leave and come back? I can't hear you. Let me leave and come back.
Now I can hear myself. I don't want to hear myself. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, viewers. Let's try this again.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I can
Okay.
hear you now. Yeah.
The technology is just seeing if I can stay on my toes and maintain my composure at the same time and not have a hot flash. We're doing well so far. We're doing really well.
Hey, so
At
far so good.
calm and cool. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so what sparked your interest in photography?
I've always liked the arts, so that's why
Mhm.
photography was one of those things that I saw as very like artful, like being able to capture a moment. That was always my thing, and still is my thing to this day, being able to capture a moment, and I've always loved it. So
Mhm.
it's what sparked me into attempting to do photography.
Attempting. I don't know that well.
Well,
So okay, let's talk about your learning curve because people always talk
sure.
about how um, photography is just one of those things that is really difficult to do. So,
Hmm.
what did your learning curve look like for you in order to get to the point where you're like, you know what,
Oh,
I can actually.
YouTube. YouTube was my best friend.
Oh,
I'm
really?
self-taught. I'm self-taught. A lot of hours, hours upon hours, just about understanding the basics. And yeah, just a lot of YouTube.
Oh, wow, that's actually
Yeah.
really cool. I don't know what's going on here. Everything is just out of
It's
sorts
okay.
anyway.
But
Whatever.
it's okay.
It's
Yeah, but
okay. YouTube.
YouTube was my BFF. And then yeah, just going out and getting a small camera and just testing it out in the wild. That's what I was mainly doing in the beginning, was just going out to the wilderness and snapping pictures of animals and just understanding the camera itself.
Hmm.
Which, you know, funny enough, I was one of those people who's like, oh, the camera, you just pick it up and you push a button and that's it. And then you realize when you actually pick it up and all of your pictures are completely black and you don't know why, it's like, yeah, maybe it's not just a point and shoot.
Yeah. Was it that you had the cap over the lens?
No, 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 no. It's just about like the f-stop and the ISOs and just being able to understand all of that and how you can combine them to increase light, decrease light. So it was a bit of a learning curve. It took a lot of time um to really understand it. And even now I'm still learning. I'm always still learning
Hmm.
more so about lighting and stuff now. So
Hmm.
yeah.
I think I'm going to ask you my last question now because it's kind of like a good segue. In terms of technology, what is there any technology out there that has you like eager to like excited to try out? Has you like keeping that learning, that desire to learn burning, or is it just let me just learn this
No.
craft more?
Yeah,
Like,
just let me learn this craft. Let me learn this craft. And I look up to a lot of other photographers. Um, Sammy Elite Touch photographer, phenomenal. He actually created my logo.
mm,
He is a phenomenal photographer, someone who I really look up to, someone who I actually really admire as a photographer. Like I see the work and hustle that he puts in, and I'm like, yeah, it's like I want to get to that level. It's not a competition. I
mm,
throw that out there, um, because a lot of people want to compete with one another, but with other photographers that I speak to, it's not a competition. It's like, how can I get to that level? How can I be that successful? Right. And a lot of them are very open to answering questions that I may have. If it's about lighting, if it's about, whatever it is, they're always
mm.
very open to um, giving me advice, which, has helped me succeed.
I love that. And you're right. Like a lot of people, as soon as you sound like not even executing the action of getting better, but as soon as you sound like you want to get better, or there's somebody out there and you're like, I want to get to their level, people all of
Hmm.
a sudden think that you're competing with them. And it's like, no, I
Correct.
just they
Yeah.
their goals, their goals.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all it is. But
Hmm.
to each their own at the end of the day. I like to stay in my own lane of I'm not competing with anyone. I'm just trying to grow this little company that I have and just trying to succeed with it. So
Hmm.
yeah.
I love that. So, in terms of photography work, what is your favorite type to do? Like, what's your favorite? Somebody calls you to go on a photo shoot. Which is what type of photo shoot is the one that's going to have you like, yes, I can't wait.
Honestly, I love doing events. And the reason I love doing events is mainly because I work a lot with Scylla.
Mm,
Scylla Sky. She has changed her name just for people who might want to go and check her out. SillaskY. Scylla Sky. Got to shout her out.
Celeste.
I've been SillaskY.
Yes, I'm going to put that in there.
I've been working with her for well over 5 years. So I met her when she was pretty raw, and now she is international. And a lot of the time, when we do projects and stuff, I'm the her go-to. Calvin, can you help me do photography? So I've learned to appreciate when someone hits the stage.
Hmm.
Also, the reason that I like it is because it's about capturing the moment, right?
Hmm.
So in some of the shoots when she's about to hit a high note, or anyone, any female or male who's about to hit a high note, just being able to capture that moment very quickly,
Hmm.
it's like I look at it and I'm like, yeah, this is why I'm doing it.
I love it because you have to. It forces you to stay in tune with what they're doing, so that you can. Sounds like you're
Correct.
anticipating what they're doing next, so that you can catch it.
Correct. So with Scylla, I I pretty much almost remembered all of her music, right? So I've sat down and I've listened to all of her music.
Oh
So
wow.
when she hits the stage and she sings a certain song, I know when she's about to hit that high note. So I
Mm,
can anticipate where it's like my fingers on it, getting ready. Okay, Kelvin, it's coming up. Bam, it's coming up. You take the shot,
got it.
right? So
That's really
yeah,
cool. And
yeah,
then I guess the gratification of when you look back through your shots and you're like, I actually caught it and it's
yes,
a great angle
yeah,
and everything is aligned, right?
correct. Yeah,
It's really interesting. I never thought of it from that angle. But this is why we
yeah,
have these conversations so that we
yes,
can
of course.
broaden our thinking when it comes to doing different things.
Yeah.
Um, so in terms of photo development, do
Hmm.
you ever venture into the old school way where you're in the dark room and you got the water and you're hanging up
No, 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 no.
absolutely not, eh?
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Nope, nope, nope. I got patience. I don't got that type of patience.
Oh, we did it once in high school, and I was like, mm, "Wow, this is a very interesting thing." All we're
Yeah,
gonna do
yeah,
is
no,
play
no,
with
no.
water and
Technology is so advanced now, when it comes to cameras that I couldn't imagine myself ever doing that.
yeah. I wonder if
Yeah,
people still venture into that, but if they do, big up to you, right?
yeah, yeah.
And we're flying through the photography questions because we're going to get to the topic tonight, which is grief,
Of
um,
course.
which I think is going to be a really amazing conversation.
Hmm.
So if somebody were to come up to you and say, "Hey, Calvin, man, like I want to take pictures, nothing professional," what
Hmm.
camera would you recommend, or what phone?
Um, Again, phones are high technology as well, and a lot of photographers that I talk to, they feel like the phones are bringing people out of business, right? Because the technology is so advanced. You can snap a photo and then take one with your phone and be like, what's the difference, right? So
Really?
it is, but the camera is still more powerful. It's still better at the end of the day. As far as a phone, you know, any of the newest phones
Mhm.
really are good. As far as cameras, I shoot with a Canon. I
Mm,
shoot with a 5D Mark IV, which is a much older camera, but it is a really reliable camera.
mhm.
So that's what I shoot. Yeah. And
And that
and
I
again,
go ahead.
I've only been doing this for 4 years. Like people seem to think I've only been doing it for 4 years,
Mhm.
and the or a little bit longer. But people also need to realize how expensive it is. It can be an expensive hobby,
Yeah.
right? Like when I carry my backpack around, and you saw my backpack
Yeah.
when we were at stage, and I even advised you, I'm like, there's probably almost $8,000, $9,000 worth
In
of
the
gear
set.
in there, right? So to upgrade, it's like cameras are in the range of six, seven, $8,000 now.
Wow.
Yes.
So you
So
really have to be dedicated if you're going to go on that path.
yeah, you have to be dedicated. It's not just something that you can just, unless you're rich, right?
Mhm.
But someone like me, I'm not rich by any stretch. I put my money aside, and when I'm able to get a piece of equipment, I will get a piece of equipment, right?
Mhm.
Baby step. Everything is about baby steps and learning to be able to, you know, get to a level where I'm able to charge X amount of money to do something, right?
Mhm. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, and that baby steps, like in that baby steps comes the patience and
Yes.
it's actually smart to approach it from I'm going to use a camera that is reliable as opposed to like, oh, it has all the bells and whistles on it, right?
Correct.
Because then it's in there with you for the long haul.
Yes. Yeah.
So over the 4 years that you've been taking photos and you've been, doing photography, what is the most outlandish thing that has happened during a photo shoot?
I've never really had anything outlandish. I'm very careful. I'm very
Mm,
careful when it comes to my photography. I'm very professional. I do work with a lot of females models, so I always take precautions to ensure, not just for the safety of them, but for the safety of me as well,
Mhm.
right? So anytime I have a photo shoot, I always advise people to bring someone with them. I do BTS as well, but that also captures like the moments there. It's also safety precautions as well, right? To
Mhm.
ensure that allegations, because there are individuals who do photography for the wrong reasons,
Yeah,
right?
you hear those stories.
And who bring in female models to do a photo shoot, but they're crossing a line, right? So for me, it's always make sure everything is safe, everything is okay. Therefore, there's nothing outlandish that can possibly
Mhm.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to protect yourself, and
Yes.
even for like those that are maybe they're new to the game and they want to get into the game, like it's just like a
Yeah.
err on the side of caution,
Yep.
so that
Absolutely.
everybody comes out of it successful and okay.
Yeah. Like even simple things when I'm shooting and they're posing, I always ask permission. Hey, do you mind if I touch you? I'm gonna do this. Like
Mm,
I break it down to them what I'm going to do. It's never like a grab. It's like open hands and stuff like that, to make them
mhm,
feel comfortable. But always permission is asked. Can I touch your hand? I'm gonna move your hand like this. Or if I have to move your hips, can I touch you? I'm gonna move you like this, et cetera, right? It's always
mhm,
permission based. I never just go and touch them, right? Because as a photographer, I don't know what trauma potentially they have gone through,
yeah,
right? So therefore, me putting hands on them could trigger something in them, right? So for me, it's like take these safety precautions, understand these things. And again, when we get into the grief part, I'll touch a bit on it with my
mhm.
mom and stuff like that. But seeing what my mom went through in her life, it also triggers something in me to be like, okay, hey, you know,
Err
make
on the side
sure
of
that
caution.
make sure that they're safe and make sure that they're comfortable at the end of the day. That's always my biggest thing when I do photography.
Okay. It's funny because I was going to ask you that, like, what made you decide to approach it from that angle and to be so, cautious about it. Um, but yeah, if you see things that happen or whatever, then
Yeah,
you
I've
try to,
never seen things myself, but I've had a lot of photographers, tell me stories um, of people that they may have used to work with and stuff like that. Especially, when I do lingerie, for
mm,
example, a lingerie shoot, right? That individual female is vulnerable, right?
yeah.
She is trusting me to be appropriate when she's wearing lingerie, which may expose some of her breasts, which may
Mhm,
expose some of her bum.
mhm.
She has to rely and trust me that I'm not going to take inappropriate pictures, right?
Yes.
And the thing that I like to do is after I shoot, I always show the individual the pictures so that they can see what I'm shooting. So there's nothing inappropriate. And I always advise them if you don't like it, you delete it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm giving back control to them to be like,
That.
if they think, oh, this is a little bit too risque,
Yeah.
I don't want it, they can delete it.
Yeah.
So it's about giving them control and giving them the power rather than me just assuming all of the power by taking pictures and being like, I'll give it to you at a later point in time.
Hmm. I like that. And even like I know for me, people will want to take pictures of me, and I mean, I have insecurities. I mean, everybody does, right? And
Yes.
I want to be able to be like, can I
Mm.
see it,
Yeah.
please, right?
Mind you,
Because
still waiting on our photo shoot.
I know, I knew you were gonna say something. I knew you were gonna say something. And you know what? Now is a very good time, or at this chapter in my career or world
Mhm,
to do it because I have put aside some things that I was doing, that just no longer resonated with me, and so I've
mhm,
I've kind of done this big it's a pivot, like it for the individual that has been affected by it, it's a big pivot, but for me I'm like
Yeah.
this is just a natural progression. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, now I'm able to focus on marketing, and I always
Good.
remember, it's so funny because every single time I try to find a picture to do my promo video,
Hmm.
I hear your voice telling me that I need professional pictures. I'm like, yes, I know, Calvin. I know. I'm gonna get it
Listen,
done.
we'll get it done. We'll get it done. We'll get it done.
I should actually make the warm weather my catalyst, because I don't know that I want to be venturing outside in in the cold weather unless I'm wearing a moose knuckles jacket. Then
I mean,
you know what I'm
hey,
saying. So
we could discuss it. We'll discuss it.
we'll talk about it. So, today's topic is grief. I because of all my technical joys today, didn't really get to talk to the audience about it. I usually like to do a little segue into it, but it's
Mhm.
okay. I mean, grief is something that we all experience in some way, shape or form.
Yes.
Um, and the irony is when we say grief, people think it's only about the death of someone, or you know a loved one or what have you, but there's so many other things we can grieve, and I'll get into that after our interview is done, so I don't bore you with all of it. But
Mhm.
you you mentioned something during our conversation, or a voice note convo, that actually really stuck out to me. So um
Mhm.
I really want to talk about that, and that is, when it comes to grief, what are your thoughts on how society has expected you as a man to cope with it, or to handle it?
Yeah. Um, you know, Society expects that because you're a man, you're not supposed to show emotions,
Hmm.
right? That you have to always be strong.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I had it where, you know, I've had death in my family. I've had, my cousin, unfortunately, he was murdered. I had my older brother who passed away. I had my nana, who was, the pinnacle of the family, her pass away. And, you know, you keep it in, you cry, and you kind of move on,
Hmm.
right? But after my mom passed away, it hit me in a completely different level. Like it was, my mom was my best friend. She was my everything. She like, you know, it, I was a mama's boy, and I don't, and again, that's one of the society says, oh, grown men with their moms and everything. Listen, I was a mama's boy to the very end,
Oh,
and my mindset is always, you can get new friends. I can lose a friend and I can get a new friend,
yeah,
right? I can lose some aunts and uncles and I still have aunts and uncles. I only ever had one mom. There's
yeah,
no replacing her with anybody else
yeah.
in life. So when she passed away, you know, obviously in the beginning I struggled and I didn't know how to contain. So a lot of it was, just posting stuff, posting my feelings, posting her.
Hmm.
And I had an individual who reached out to me. I'm not going to say the name,
Hmm.
but they were very disrespectful in the way that they addressed me. And were like, you're a grown man. You should know how to act. You shouldn't be crying. Blah blah blah. This, that, and the other. And obviously, I got heated, but
Yeah.
I listened to my mom and what my mom would say, and she, cooled down and stuff like that. But it hit me because it was like, if it were a female who were doing this, it would be okay, it would be
Hmm.
acceptable. Oh no, for you. But
Hmm.
as a man, it's like, why can't I cry?
Yeah.
Why can't I show my emotions? And the reason that I'm comfortable with it is because I've seen my dad cry. And
Mm.
to me, my dad is the strongest man in the world. He grew up in a very hard life. His dad was murdered when he was a baby. When he was 3, 4, 5 years old, his dad was murdered,
Wow.
right? He grew up hard, grew up in a hard life. but he was able to also show weakness.
Yeah.
So he was able to be that big, strong. I shouldn't say big because he's small, but he was able to be. He was able to be that strong individual, but he was able to show weakness as well.
Hmm.
And so for me, it was just natural to be like, oh, my daddy's crying. Like, hey, it's okay for me to cry too,
Hmm.
right? Um, but a lot of the times as I grew older, I had that shell. I had that very hard shell to me because I didn't want to show emotions. Um, you know, being bullied and blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. So it was like I always had that hard shell. I never wanted anyone to see me as weak.
Right.
But but with that, it was like, oh, Kelvin is a jerk. Kelvin's a this. Kelvin's a that.
Mm.
Because I wasn't allowing people in to my
Right.
shell.
Right.
And then, slowly over the years, it's like, okay, it got softer. But when my mom passed away, I became completely broken, right? So it's like being able to show emotions as a male in society should be okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I cry every single day. There's not a day
Every
that goes
day.
by where every day. There's not a day. The days I cry the most is the silence because the silence allows me to think about what was,
Yeah.
right? What is no longer,
Yeah.
right? I can't pick up the phone and be like, hey mom, I'm having a really rough day today. I can't pick up the phone and be like, hey mom, bust a joke with her or whatever the case may be. It's like I can't do that anymore. I have to
Hmm.
just think about, okay, what would mom say to me at this point in time? Um, and it's just it's healthy to speak up,
Yes.
right? For me, when it first happened, my mindset right away was, okay, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to commit suicide. That was my first frame of thinking. And I told my mom that years and years ago. I'm like, Mom, I'm like, when you go, I'm gonna
I'm
kill
coming with
myself.
you. Yeah.
She,
I
and she
I get it.
she thought I was joking, but I'm like, no, I'm being serious. Like we had some serious talks. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But
Yeah.
she would always say, you know what, I'd be disappointed in you if you did it. And for me, you know, I didn't never wanted to disappoint my mom.
Hmm.
So it was like when she went, it was like, you have those thoughts and stuff, but then again, my outlet was okay, let me express myself. Let me show people it's okay to be weak. But it's okay to cry. It's okay. This was my outlet rather
Hmm.
than keeping it inside of me, keeping it in my heart, allowing it to build up. And then
And
I'm jumping off
fester.
a bridge or
Yep.
I'm crashing my car into something because all these feelings are just built in. And
Hmm.
this is why I stress to people, like, especially the males, like it's okay to show weakness. Just
Yeah.
because you show weakness doesn't make you any less of a man,
That's right.
right? I could cry and sob and stuff, but guess what? I've done MMA. I can still go into a cage. I can still go into a ring.
Yeah.
I can still
Go ahead.
stand across another man and,
Yeah.
and give him these hands.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me any less of a man just because I'm breaking down and crying, especially with someone who meant the world to me.
Yeah.
The woman who brought me into this world. Like, come
Hmm.
on now, people. Like,
Hmm.
we need to make that the norm. We need to
Yes.
make that the norm in the world that it's okay for men to be weak and show weakness and
Yes.
understand it doesn't make them any less because of.
That's right. That's right. We need to put you on a billboard because I say it all the time, and I remember my dad. I lost my dad. So actually, when you lost your mom,
Mhm.
and it was funny because I didn't realize until you lost your mom, and I reflected on our conversation at sessions with Sage.
Mhm.
How much of our conversation was surrounded like was around about our parents,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
at the time you hadn't lost her, and
No.
um, we were just vibing and talking and stuff, and I was telling you about losing my father.
Yeah.
So um, when you lost your mother, I was like, oh,
Damn.
I'm so sorry that he has to now experience this thing that you
Mm.
know um it doesn't go away.
No,
Right? It
no,
doesn't go away.
it really
Like
doesn't.
my dad is right here. you know,
Yeah,
it doesn't go away. And
yeah, no. I have
and
my mom. I have my mom. My mom was cremated, and I have her urn here. Well, it's not an urn. I'm going to scatter her ashes. But I
mm,
have her urn here. You know, I look at it every single day. Every single day, not a day goes by where I'm not looking at it. And it's just a reminder that, damn, like you ain't here no more. Like you ain't here to give me the hugs and the kisses and tell me, oh, you're turning 40 this year or whatever, and have the laughs. And it's just a constant reminder of like, oh man, mom, like and questioning and
yeah.
the questioning of like, if you're, you know, a believer in God, I believe in God,
Mhm.
but man, it's just like you got to try to stay strong because
Yeah.
I question God like there's no tomorrow at this point in
Oh yeah.
time. Like you took away the person who I love the most in
Yeah.
this world. Like you do a lot of questioning, but at the same time, you got to try to stay strong and you got to find your outlet because
Mhm.
my outlet is not someone else's outlet,
Mhm.
right? But find your outlet to express yourself, your concerns. Don't keep it inside. Keeping
Mhm.
it inside, that's the danger.
Yeah.
Express yourself and make it the norm to be like, it's hey, I'm walking and I'm crying. I've been at work and I start crying.
I've done that.
Like, like people, my coworkers are looking at me like I really don't care at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm a big baby at the end of the day. Everyone who really knows me knows I'm a softie and I'm a big baby. More so now, but it's okay.
That's okay. I was
Yeah.
so proud of you as you continue on your journey. Um and those posts, and you were like so open and raw about it. I
Mm-hmm.
was so proud of you.
Thank you.
I remember reaching out to you and just saying, use your resources.
Mm-hmm.
If there's people you need to talk to, go talk to them. Because
Yeah.
like you said, like it's expected. Like a man can watch someone that's really close to them die, and they're
Mm-hmm.
expected the next day to be like, yeah, man, we're good. Like, what's
Yeah,
up?
ain't nothing wrong. Like,
There ain't nothing
you
wrong. Like,
know.
we're good over here.
It's just like my cousin. So my uncle recently passed away. So that's my mom's brother. My old mom's oldest brother passed
Older
away.
brother. Hmm.
And again, society norms, like his son's a police officer in Quebec.
Mm.
And it's like, I look at him and I love him dearly, but it's like the societal norms say, oh, you can't show weakness, especially because he's a cop.
Oh yeah.
You can't show weakness. And it's just like, he's being the tough guy, but I'm like, yo, it's okay, man. It's
Hmm.
okay. Break
Hmm.
down, cry, do whatever it is you have
Yeah.
to
Do it to
within reason.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, your dad's, unfortunately, he had cancer. I'm like, and he had days left. I'm like, your dad is dying. There's
Yeah.
no, there's no sugar, there's no way to
There's nothing
sugarcoat it.
around it. Yeah. You
There's
can't.
nothing around it. Your dad is dying.
Yeah.
Spend what time you have left with him.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moments. And when he goes, I'll be here for you, but
Hmm.
let it out.
Yes.
And for me, it's just like I'll tell anyone this. I'll tell anyone, you know, just let your emotions out, cry. It doesn't get
Hmm.
any easier.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. And it's funny because I know for me, like the most random thing will
mm,
trigger me. Like the most
hmm
random thing. And then I'm just,
hmm
okay, you
yep.
know.
Oh,
Okay,
this is why
here we go.
this is kind of why I stayed off of TikTok. And I swear that phones can listen to you even
Oh
when they're off. Because I go on TikTok and it's like when you bury your mom, your best friend, and then it just goes, it has the sad music, and then it talks about like losing your mom and stuff. It's just I'm just like, oh, you know what? I'm done for today.
Yeah.
I just I just can't today, man.
You're
I'm
like,
just this is
damn you, TikTok.
I'm like, oh my God. But you know, I more so do it like when I'm coming home from work, I find that's when I do it the most, where it's
Mm,
like I want to reminisce
yeah,
about her
yeah,
and allow my emotions to just flow without judgment. It's
yes.
like it's me, and again, for those who may believe in an afterlife, believe in a God and stuff like that, I believe that, she is watching me,
Hmm.
and it's me and her in those moments, even though I may not physically be able to see her
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But yeah,
yeah,
and just one more quick thing.
yeah.
So my son, he calls her my mom Mama, and we told her he passed away, and he says, okay, Mama's in the sky now and stuff like that. So one day he was at my dad's house, and he was just doing whatever. He picks up his iPad and he says, I'm gonna go and talk to Mama right now. So my dad, obviously, who is completely broken at this point, they were together for 40 plus years.
Oh,
My son picks up his iPad, it's like, I'm gonna go and talk to Mama. Goes into the room, shuts the door behind him, goes on the bed. My dad goes and he's listening, and he's having a full on conversation. And then my dad calls me and he tells me, and he's breaking down. He's like,
yeah.
why does he get to talk to her and I can't talk to her?
Oh,
And I'm just like, it's the innocence in him. We've all sinned. He hasn't sinned as of yet. So I'm like,
he gets to have
so
the privilege.
yeah, yeah, sometimes it hurts me too because he'll be in his room and he'll be like, oh, mama, mama, mama. I'm like, oh man, it's just like break down. But
Hmm.
it's like, what can I do, man?
That makes so much sense. I, because okay, so for me, um, the most significant death that I experienced at a young age was my grandmother.
Hmm.
And she was like, she lived in Jamaica, we lived here, but she was my pen pal. Like we were like, I'm writing letters to her all the time. We're doing all these things. And when she passed away,
Hmm.
we were on, so this is like back in 1987 in Jamaica, and they didn't really, I guess they just didn't figure out how to get a hearse to move the
Hmm.
casket or whatever. So literally we're all sitting
Oh,
on this flatbed truck.
yeah.
Grandma's casket is on this flatbed truck,
Oh,
right?
I know
And
where this is going.
we're all sitting there, and we're riding to take her to her funeral or whatever. I
Hmm.
think it was a funeral, or I don't know. We were doing something.
Yeah,
Whether it
yeah.
was transporting the body, I don't know. But we were doing
Hmm.
something. But there was this very Calvin. There was this smell,
Hmm.
and it was like this very distinct smell. I had never smelled it before,
Hmm.
but something told me when you smell that, that's
Hmm.
grandma, right?
Yeah.
And throughout my life, it could be the
Hmm.
middle of winter. I could be outside, and my mom knows. Like as soon as because my reaction has always been the same. I smell it, and I'm like, "Grandma,"
Yeah.
right? And it's like I know she's around. But then, as other
Hmm.
people have passed away as I've gotten older, there's
Hmm.
no marker for me. There's no, like, my dad. I would love for that guy to be like, "Hey, this is how you know that I'm around," but there's
Yeah.
nothing, right?
Yeah.
Whereas to this day, my grandma still, and it has to be that innocence, that you're a child,
Yeah.
you haven't sinned, you haven't done all of these things, you get the
Yeah.
privilege of
Yeah.
experiencing
Yeah.
that. So it's
My
really
mom,
interesting.
my mom, my mom came to me in a dream, which I guess was her like it kind of goes back to what you said in regards to, not getting the signs and stuff. But I did have a dream of her shortly after she passed away, and it was me, my dad, my brother, and her. And in the dream, I don't remember the whole entire dream, but I remember the one part is that we were all together and she was basically fading away, and she looked at us and she said to me, she's like, it's just the three of you now. And
Wow.
she vanished and I woke up, and obviously I'm bawling, but
Bawling.
that was the kind of the last like sign I got from my mom, because I haven't really had her in my dream per se, you know.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
I get my dad sometimes. Like hopefully you'll get dreams.
yeah,
I think I don't know if it's my subconscious or it's God. I don't know, but like I remember in the beginning, I was heavily in denial,
yeah,
heavily, but was very comforting to everybody around me. Like, yeah, man, I get it. Cry, do what you got to do. But for
yeah, yeah,
me internally, was like
mm,
that's just on a business trip.
yeah,
He'll be back, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
so every dream that I had was him
hmm,
literally saying to me, I'm dead,
yeah,
you know. And
yeah,
then after that, and I don't know if it's after the acceptance came in, now when I have a dream about him, we're hanging out or we're doing something,
yeah,
we're on
yeah,
some
yeah,
adventure. But it's
yeah,
really interesting, just even the whole process of experiencing the grief,
hmm,
and it's not linear, because some
hmm,
days you're like, yeah, man, I'm like so far ahead on this path, and then other days you're like,
yeah.
oh, this feels like
Wow,
this
wow.
did yesterday. Wah wah wah. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think for me, my acceptance and closure was when I actually cremated my mom. I think that for me was my closure and my acceptance because, and again, it just goes back to, I basically, for my mom, I didn't want anyone there. It was just me, basically. I didn't want anyone else there. And the reason I didn't want anyone there,
not even your
and I
dad.
told uh, obviously I wanted my dad there, but my dad couldn't come. He was
Understood.
struggling. He struggles with funerals, period.
Understood.
To
Understood.
see his wife of over 40 years in a box is impossible for him. Of
Understood.
course, I wanted him there, but for me, it was like the reason I didn't want anyone there is because I didn't. My process was I didn't want anyone fake there, crying over her body and being like, "Oh no, Sorona," and blah. It would have made me angry, right?
Yes.
So for me, it was very peaceful. I said what I had to say. I said a prayer over her, and then we went to go and cremate her. I got to like push the button. It rose up. You feel the heat. The heat hits you, and then
Really?
that was the realization of just like looking in there, seeing the fire. That was the realization for me at that point in time. Like, oh my God, okay. I asked them, hey, can I have a few more minutes? Gave a few more minutes to me. And then they're like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah. I pushed her in, I shut it, and I turned it on. And then as I walked away, I'm like, that was my acceptance of being like, okay. It's like, it's over when they've already passed. But for closure,
Yeah.
accepting that and closure are different things,
Two different things.
right? Are
Yeah.
two different things. Like you can accept someone's passed away, but that doesn't mean you have closure.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and, and people need to distinguish the two.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get closure for a long, long time.
That's right.
But for me, after doing that, that was my closure and
Hmm.
my acceptance of mom is gone. She's no longer coming back. You have to accept it. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm still not depressed. It still doesn't mean that I don't have my bad days. It still doesn't mean that I'm not going to cry. Just because you accept it doesn't mean that you're not depressed and you're still not
That's
going to
right.
go through the emotions. You
That's right.
just accept the fact that that person is no longer there for you, and you have to now live a life without that
Them.
individual in it. So I've accepted that,
Yeah.
but I still struggle.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. Um, I think my family thought I was crazy because nobody wanted to see his body. Like nobody wanted to go.
Mm,
And I kept asking. And it was like quietly asking, can I go see him?
yeah.
And oh baby girl, da, 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 da.
Hmm,
A
hmm.
few days later, can I go see him? you know.
Yeah.
Um I I I got to see him. I went to see him.
Good.
Um and realized now that I had to go see him because they didn't know what he looked like. Like what we tend to forget is when a person passes, they lose all of their color. So they
Correct.
go gray. They're gone You don't see
Yeah.
any life essence. So you don't know, if you don't know them, you have no idea what their coloring looks like even.
Hmm. Hmm.
So when I went to see him, they had him, skin tone was different. It was not proper.
Yeah.
So I
Hmm.
pull out my phone and I'm like, that's not what he looks like. And I
Yeah.
start showing them pictures and they're like, wait, we're going to get the person that's actually going to dress him
Hmm.
so they can see. So they went, it was a man. He went through the pictures and then he's searching my dad's face and he found like a patch of skin that was like his complexion. He's like, okay, I found it. I will, you
Yeah.
know, um, and that allowed my family, in seeing
Hmm.
him for the last time, to see him as he was in life, where he just literally he looked like
Yeah.
he was just sleeping, right?
Yeah.
um yeah, that, so the closure came for me, but
Yeah.
the denial was still there.
Yeah. And what I
Isn't
respect
that
so
weird?
much of, no, I don't find it weird. And what I actually respect about what you did, and it's kind of, I didn't do the exact same thing because I didn't, when my mom was at the funeral home, I didn't see the body. I saw the body, um, when it was passed and everything, when she still had the blood flow through her. I saw her there.
Hmm.
But the thing you did and the thing that I did for my mom, so what I did for my mom brought me into the world butt naked, no hair, no nothing. Obviously, when I was there, I wasn't butt naked, but I shaved off my head completely. I shaved off my beard. And this was out of respect for her. It's like you brought me into the world looking like this. I'm gonna send you out of the world looking like this. It was
Wow.
it was to honor her.
Yeah.
And I feel with you and what you said, because you saying it's weird, I think differently. I think that even through death, you still wanted to honor your father. You
Yeah.
didn't want your father coming in looking like how he looked. So people are like, oh, that's not him. That's not. You
Mhm.
took that extra step that people may not have wanted to take. You took
Mhm.
it and said, "This is not my father. This is what he looks like." You
Yeah.
honored him even through his death, and
Yeah.
I
Thank
applaud you
you.
for that. I
I,
applaud you for that.
I could take it a step further because I was looking at him. I laugh now because I'm like, oh my gosh, Ange. So my dad was very love you, dad, but daddy was very vain. He was a
Yeah.
handsome man and he knew it, right? So
Hmm.
he was very like, I'm gonna fix the hair, I'm gonna
Yeah.
spray
Yeah.
the hair, I'm gonna do all the things. So when I saw him, I was like, nope, his hair's too long. He needs a,
Yeah.
and they were like, "What?" And I'm like, "You got to
Yeah.
take a couple inches off of that hair. Like you got to take a couple, just take a little bit off his hair." I'm like, and I showed, see this picture? His hair needs to
Yeah.
look like this, right? And they were like, "Okay." And I'm like, and spray some cologne in his hair, and you know,
Yeah.
and, so yeah, yeah.
For me, that for me as a person, I don't find that as weird. I feel that you're still honoring someone even though they are lifeless. You still honor him. You still see him as your father at the end of the day until the very end, until he was buried. You
Mhm,
saw him as your father. And as a child, he would be so proud of you. Like, how
mhm,
could he not be proud of you to say, my daughter, and again, if people believe in the afterlife and we meet up, my daughter took the worst moment of her life
mhm.
to ensure that I still look damn good.
Yep. Yep.
Okay? You
Yep.
did that.
Yep.
So it's not weird and you should be very proud of yourself for taking the steps and doing that. Like don't let anyone tell you that's weird. To me that's the ultimate form of respect that you had for your father.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, like it's just interesting, and um you said that people wanted, were already like, okay, enough, like stop talking about it or stop, let it go, release it. um
Hmm.
how do you handle individuals that bring that type of energy to you? Do you just
Oh,
like,
I
how
don't
do you deal
care.
with them?
I don't
Because
care. I've gotten to a point in my life again. It just goes back to my younger ages where I was bullied. I was very soft. and then I got into mixed martial arts. So mixed martial arts helped me with a lot of discipline, like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of discipline, understanding that you don't always need to lift your hands to diffuse situations. So
Mm-hmm.
when people come up to me with this stupidness, I really don't care what they have to say. I worry about the ones that I care for, that I care
Mm-hmm.
about, the ones that I love, who come to me and like, Calvin, are you okay? People who reached out to me and said, Calvin, are you okay? I'm here for you. I love you. Whatever the case. Those are the people that I care about. The
Yeah.
people who want to spread negativity and stuff like that, it's like, I really don't care at the end of the day. There's something about you that you don't like. Cool. Keep it away from me.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But again, all these people who want to talk negative are internet warriors. That's what I call them. They're internet warriors. They don't want to come to my face and say all of these things because they
Yep.
know probably something would happen and it would trigger me. So it's like stick behind the keyboard, type what you have to type. Cool. I really don't care. I'll just block you at the end of the day. I don't
Mm-hmm.
need you to be a follower of mine. It really
Mm-hmm.
doesn't bother me. I just, to answer your question, I really just don't care.
You
I
don't care.
really just don't care. Yeah.
Have you found in what ways? So I think you've answered it, but in what ways has your energy or demeanor towards people changed since losing your mom?
Um,
Like, okay,
I
like
get what you're saying.
you
I would
answered,
say
but
I would say I'm a lot softer, I guess, because my mom was very soft,
mm,
right? So I have the softness and I have the hardness. The hardness comes from my father, right?
mm-hmm,
The softness comes from my mom.
mm,
So I've always been, I pick up a lot more of my dad, but at the end of the day, with my mom passing, it's like a little bit more softer because it's like if I'm working security, for example, and I just want to punch someone in the face because they keep touching me, I listen to what my mom would say, like, hey, baby, like, don't do that. You're
yep,
gonna get in trouble. Like, you don't, So it's like sometimes in the back of my head, it's like I can still hear her voice to be like, hey, CJ, be soft. My mom, as she got older, I don't know if she was playing or not, but she wouldn't remember my name. So I'd be like, Mom, what are you doing? She'd be like, Calvin J, CJ. So it plays in the back of my mind, her saying exactly that. And then and then it's like, I'm like, oh, Mom, you still can't get my name right. So I laugh after the fact, and it's just like, okay, take a softer approach. You don't always need to be the big bad, 6'3". I already have that on me. You're 6'3", you're black, you must be angry all the time. And it's
yeah.
like, no, not really. It's not
That's a
really.
whole other.
That's a whole nother thing.
We you gotta come back. You gotta come
But
back.
I'm but I'm very soft. I'm very, very soft. I'm very soft. I'm very emotional. And I get that from my mother. I've always gotten that from my mother. Like I cry with my mom, whatever the case may be. So I've become a little bit more softer and less more wanting to strangle people.
You're like, I just rather, you know, I'll show you some grace. And
Yeah, right.
I'll show you some grace. I really I commend you. Oh my gosh, I commend you so much for being able to uh embrace being soft and being vulnerable, you know,
Mm,
and doing it loudly,
yeah,
right? Like you don't know how many men are probably out there just envying you, and women, men and
yeah,
women, because you got some women that are hard as
yeah,
the toughest things out there, right?
yeah,
And you get to live in the world of I have emotions and
yeah,
I'm going to feel them.
yeah. My parents taught me, at a young age, be a leader, not a follower,
Hmm.
right? And I have a saying, there's too many followers, not enough leaders,
Hmm.
right? Everyone wants to follow the trends
Yeah.
instead of having an open mind and thinking for themselves. And that's what my parents always taught me, right? I
Yeah.
don't follow what everyone's doing. I stop, I think, is this right? Is this wrong? Whatever the case may be, and then I make my own decision, right?
Hmm.
So for me, it's like this is okay. It's
Yeah.
okay for me to be emotional. It's okay for me to speak up on it and show that hey, I'm this big 6'3" guy and I still cry. It's okay. It's
Hmm.
okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it at all.
And that's huge. And I'm gonna let you end on that note because it's that is so profound and important, and we don't, as a collective, you know, acknowledge or embrace that enough. That it is okay to
Yeah,
cry. You know, it is so
it
okay to
is.
cry. And you know, who was it? There was somebody this week. I said to them, "Please cry
Mm.
because you got to let this out. So please do so." You
It's
know,
just healthy. It really is healthy.
yeah,
And it's a great way and it's a great way to get some sleep.
yeah,
If you ever need if you ever there's times where I'm like wired and I come home because I've been crying for the last like 40 minutes getting home. Man, I have some good sleep. Okay.
you're like, I'm tapped out.
I'm,
I gotta go to bed.
I'm going to bed. It's, it's like you ever watch those like TikToks where it's like their clothes come off all of a sudden. It's like that's just me. I step in front of my bed, whoosh, my clothes are off, jump in the bed, covered, done.
Out. And then you get the
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da.
oh my goodness. But
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
crying is yeah, it's definitely a very amazing way to be able to get some
Yeah.
sleep, you
Yeah.
know.
I wish more people would do it. I wish that society would stop trying to make people have to feel like they're tough all the time. Especially like you said, where you have a lot of females now who don't necessarily show their feminine side. They
Yeah.
want to be hard. They want to be like the guys. It's like, come on. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
It's
oh.
really okay.
I should go get my inhaler, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I
you
will
should.
get it after. It's my lungs. My lungs are
Mhm.
not right now. I gotta finish. Just let me let me get through it.
No worries.
Yeah. I've been having lung issues. I'm gonna go get my inhaler. I'll be right back.
Yeah, good. Go get it. Yeah, but it's okay to cry, everyone. It's okay to show your emotions, especially as a guy. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Like, it's crazy to me that more males don't show emotions. I wish I could see if there was any questions.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
My lungs are like, oh, you need to take your medication, girl.
Yeah, there you go.
Take your medication so you can breathe.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, it's interesting because I live in my feminine energy. I
Mm,
love being girly and feminine and soft, and I get that from my mom because she always be a lady.
mm.
Oh, even when you're angry,
Shout out to
always
mom.
be, yeah, always be a lady, right? So when I see these women that are so hard, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh man, I feel it for you. Like you have no idea the power that you are just not harnessing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so true.
But hopefully more and more people start to understand the value in allowing themselves to be soft and allowing themselves
Yes.
to feel. And
Yeah. Again, we need people who, at a bigger level to show that it's okay, rather than showing that you have to be hard 24/7 in order to be successful or get this or get that. It's like, as leaders, show that it's okay to have weakness to you, that you
Hmm.
don't have to always put on this. Because even when you look at celebrities, right, a lot of them are putting on a persona
Yeah. Oh yeah.
of, I have to be rough, I have to be tough, I have to,
Hmm.
but behind the scenes, you hear different stories,
Yep.
how they show their softness, and they show weakness and stuff like that. It's just like they put on this persona so that they can get money, and get people to like them and get fans and this, that, and the other. But it's just like, it's not realistic.
Yep.
It's not
Yep.
realistic. And people need to stop following these things that are not realistic.
Yep. I was just gonna say that the people just try to be that and copy that, and it's like, come on, man.
It- Ugh,
Come on, man. Yeah.
stop it already.
It's no, let it go. Like it, yeah. Thank you for it.
Yeah. It's just like, accept it. Accept. We all have emotions. We all came out crying.
Yeah.
Like, you
We
know,
needed to cry to show that we were alive, you know.
yeah, right? It's like, it's a natural function of the human being.
Yes.
It's like,
I, it's a natural function of the human being.
yes,
I like that.
it
Yeah.
is. We all cry, let it out, you know, even if you have to do it in private. If you are, there's some people who are extremely prideful, you
Hmm.
know, go do it in a corner. Go do it like when you're alone. Just allow yourself to feel,
Hmm.
rather than feeling like, oh, I gotta be this tough guy. And allow yourself to feel that weakness, even if it's just for a slight moment,
Hmm. Hmm.
right?
And it's like,
Especially,
if you don't want to feel the water, do it in the shower.
yeah.
Run
How
down
many
your,
times I cry in the shower?
just
And
add
like,
some tears to that, and you're good. You know.
yeah, there's everything. Like, even this flag behind me. This is actually my mom's flag, because her mom was born in the UK,
Mm.
right? So this is my mom's flag. And like every day I come in here, I want to touch it and stuff like that. It's just,
Mhm.
there's so much here
Mhm.
that reminds me of my mom. It's like there's no way of me trying to bury this stuff and being like, okay, that's that. There's, you can't do it. So it's like, I'm this, that. It's like,
Yeah.
just let me cry. Just let me cry.
Just let me
Let
have
me
it.
let
Yeah.
me have my moment. Like, I've been in public, and I might hear something, a song or something, and I start crying. You have people who just look at me like I'm like weird and stuff like that. It's just like, oh man, like, you don't know everyone's story.
Yeah. Have you had anyone
Everyone's.
be kind to you in those moments? Like maybe come up to you and give you a hug or
What's so funny? You bring that up. Shortly after my mom passed away, I was going out with a friend, um to do some work stuff, and I was just walking because I couldn't find the restaurant. And this lady came up to me, and it was a random lady. I've never seen this woman in my life. She
Mhm.
came up to me and she said, "Are you okay?" And then
Mhm.
she said, and I just looked at her weird, and then she said, "God is good and God has you." And then
Wow.
she walked away from me. And it was so weird. And then I caught up to her, and I'm like, "Thank you for that." And then I told her, I'm like, "My mom just passed away." I'm like, "It's so weird that you would come up to me and ask me if I'm right and say what you said." I'm like, "To me, it's so weird, but I appreciate it." And she said, "You're very welcome." And she walked off. I've never seen her ever again.
Wow. Wow.
So it's just random stuff like that that I'm like, it's kind of creepy, but it's like, but also I, don't, again, it goes back to, I'm 6'3" and black, so I don't have a lot of people coming up to me and being like, "Are you okay?" Right? It's mainly like, we're gonna stay away from this guy. Let me cross the street. So,
So
but
today's public service message is when you see a big black man, go give him a hug.
right? Like,
That should be a
but
campaign.
but like, I've had my friends who, when I've seen them and everything like that, they comfort me and stuff. Not so much anymore and stuff, like, you have that phase when someone passes away, and then it's kind of like people get over it, like, oh my God, like get over it already. Like,
Mhm,
you
mhm.
know, everyone goes through that kind of phase, I guess. But for me, it's not possible because it was my mom,
Yeah,
right? Like I said, I've had my cousin who passed away and stuff like that. It's like I mourned him and stuff like that, but it's like months later, it's like I was kind of back to my regular routine of stuff.
yeah,
It's like I'm back to my regular routine, but it's like breakdowns. It's not
yeah,
like, oh, every day is good and I can function. I can function, but it's like I have those days where it's just like breakdown,
yeah,
So
yeah. For me, it's like I'm here, but then there's like a hole in the chest. Like I just,
yeah, yeah.
it's
Even
there.
even
I like,
even I don't know if I've ever shown, but I told my mom, so like I got a tattoo, my first
hmm
ever tattoo. So it's basically what it is. It's like a puzzle piece,
uh-huh.
right? But you see it's disconnected, and the red here, it
Yeah.
says mom on it because she's missing from my heart.
Oh,
So I got this, and then obviously I'm thinking ahead of time. So the bottom one is for my dad. So when my dad passes away, I'll get dad and I'll get it colored
yeah,
in. So my
yeah,
mom and dad will always be connected, but they're missing from my heart forever. So
yeah.
I think
I
that
like
was like,
that.
thank
That's
you.
actually really nice. Yeah, I love that. It's yeah, but yeah, that's exactly it. Like it's, it's. I think for me, losing my dad made me a little bit harder in the sense of so my parents as a collective. So my parents were together for 50 years, over 50 years, whatever.
Wow.
Um, my they provided so much love. Like it was like an envelope of love for me that
Hmm.
um it allowed me to tolerate people being mean and
Mm.
be like, oh, you're just having a bad day. It's okay if you talk to me like that, or if you steal from me, or whatever.
Hmm.
It's fine.
Hmm.
I'll forgive you. But like when I lost him,
Hmm.
I was like, whoa, there's 50% of that love that I was getting that I'm just not gonna get. So I got to get it
Yeah.
from within myself. So I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I can't tolerate your garbage, right? And
Yeah.
blocking and deleting friendships like
Yeah.
all over the place
Yeah,
because
it's
of it.
because you're like it's like your dad's your protector, right? Your dad's your protector. He makes sure that, and I didn't know your father, but I'm sure if anything were to happen to you, he would be ready to throw them fists or
Yeah,
do something
yeah.
for you, right? So
he,
it's like
he's a
you
chopper
no
king.
longer, yeah. So you no longer have that. So it's like now you're in essence taking the strength that he gave you and putting it in yourself now and being like, okay.
Mm,
Okay, Daddy, you protected me my whole entire life, and even though you passed, you're still protecting me in the sense that you have now given me more strength
yes.
to figure out the nonsense and the bull crap and this, that, and the other. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. That. Thank you, because and I mean he passed in 2021. I could
Hmm.
not articulate it. I couldn't explain it. I just knew that it was a thing for me. But
Hmm.
yeah, that makes so much sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not on this world protecting me
No.
anymore, but he's now given me the strength to be able to protect
Yeah.
myself. So
Yeah.
my bull crap level is very tolerance is very low, you know.
Hey. Yeah. See.
Like literally was in a meeting today and told somebody, listen, man, you're they weren't being mean to me, but or anything like that, but I was just like, come on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Stop it.
Come
Stop.
on.
Stop the nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, stop the nonsense. Come on.
I mean,
So
sometimes you need to, right? Sometimes you need to draw a line at the end of the day. And
yeah.
and, and like I say, even for me with the grief and people, talking nonsense and stuff like that, like I have to draw a line myself to be like, okay, I'm not a fan of this negativity. I'm not a fan of this energy and stuff like that. You need to be completely gone, or you need to basically sit on timeout and realize what you said to me and how it affected me.
Yeah, and how outlandish it
So
was.
yeah, like
I like, you need to sit on timeout. Hmm.
Yeah, like anyways.
If you're lucky, you get to come off a timeout. A lot of people
Yeah.
went on
No, I
timeout and
cut
they
I
just say never coming back.
listen, my thing is I don't mind cutting people off. I don't have a lot of friends to begin with, and I
Hmm.
don't want a lot of friends, right?
No.
Everyone is someone's friend nowadays, right? I say I have my best friends, I have my friends, and then I have acquaintances,
Yeah.
right? I have categories of what I'll do for my best friend, what I'll do for my friend, and then what I'll do for acquaintances.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I categorize everyone. And I don't have a lot of, I have very few best friends, some friends, and everyone else is acquaintance. So,
Yeah. I'm the same. Yeah.
yeah,
It just it makes life so much easier though.
yeah, it
It
really
really
does.
does.
It really does.
Oh, but Calvin, thank you so much for this conversation. Um, tell the people again once, well, it's on the screen, but if somebody wants to book, are actually, first question, have you gone into hiatus because of your mom, or are you
Not
taking
that I
time
not
to
not that I'm in hiatus. I still do photo shoots. I'm not doing as much as I was before. Last year was more so amping it up a lot more. This year was supposed to be like before my mom passed away, I said this year I'm gonna amp it up a lot more. I'm gonna do a lot
mm,
more photo shoots, a lot more TFP, which is basically free photo shoots for individuals who, really need it and stuff like that, who may not be able to afford it. I do that a lot for individuals who may not have the funding to do photo shoots and stuff like that.
mhm,
But I did slow down after my mom passed away just to really like just stop and think about, you know, the road that I really it's just something that I really want to continue to do. And, I was always so proud where I would take a picture of my mom, take pictures and I'd go show my mom and stuff like that. But also, I just want to bring up being a photographer, as we said, and capturing the moment, right? It's always so important because before my grandmother passed away, I was able to take one picture, and it was basically of her in the middle, and then all of the family around her,
oh,
and it's one of my favorite pictures that I got to take. And this is what I say about being able to capture the moment and it lasting a lifetime. Because
mhm,
sometimes we take for granted, my mom was only 57,
wow,
right? So I took for granted that, oh, mom's gonna live until she's 80. And I had like all these plans in my head because I'm like, oh,
mhm,
mom's gonna live till she's 80 and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, she didn't. She she
mhm,
she passed at 57. She passed very quickly. Um, but as a photographer, this is what I talk about being able to capture the moment
mhm,
and being able to be like show your children's that hey, this was my mommy, this was me and my mommy and stuff like that, right? Because
mhm,
a lot of people nowadays they take it for granted and don't have a lot of pictures and stuff like that,
yeah,
right? So for me, it's about being able to capture those special moments of birthday parties or events or christenings or whatever it is, for people to be able to look back and say, "Oh my God, you remember the time that the christening happened?" And da, 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 da. Obviously, they're not going to be like, "Oh, remember when Calvin took the pictures?" But
they'll remember, they'll have
but
the picture.
but they'll have that to look back on and be like, hey, oh my gosh, I remember when we did the christening. And like I had someone the other day I took pictures for like 3 years ago, and they wanted to rehire me. They're like, oh, I remember when we look back at the pictures that you gave us all the time. And so just capture the moment.
Mhm.
That's what I always say. Capture the moment, because capturing the moment will last you a lifetime.
Now, do you add to that, capture the moment and put it in a photo album, or is like a digital album okay? Like, what's your thought? Somebody who literally
It,
takes the things, the pictures and things. What's your thoughts
It
on
all
that?
depend. It all depends on the client and what they want. Usually, I just, after I take the pictures, I edit them however they want me to, and then I send it to them digitally.
Mhm.
So it depends. If someone wants a book, then I would be more than happy to like create a book, and stuff like that. But again, of course, that always goes with pricing, stuff
Of
of that
course, of
nature,
course,
right?
of
So it
course.
just depends on what the clientele wants. And I always try to do my best to, accommodate what someone wants.
Hmm. I like that. Well, it makes sense because then they'll keep coming back, right?
Exactly.
Keep coming back. Well, Calvin, I really appreciate you. I'm going to bring you
Thank
back
you.
another day. We're going to have.
I would absolutely love it.
Thank you. You let me know what you want to talk about, or no? What did you say to me? You throw a subject at me, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, because I like just I like being able to just talk as we go rather
Yeah.
than having something planned because for me, being able to speak freely, it's coming from the heart,
Yes.
right? So it's not like, oh, you know what, today we're going to, and yeah, no, it's like, let me speak from, like, I don't have anything planned. Like, this is what I had planned today. Just the
Mm,
5 steps of grief and what grief is. That's
yeah.
all I had.
Yeah.
That's all I had. Everything that I'm speaking about is coming from the heart,
Yeah.
right? And it's more genuine for people to hear that, when I say, hey, I'm a big baby, I cry and it's okay, it's coming from a good place in
Yep.
my heart. It's not a script that's
Yeah.
written.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because I've started doing interviews at work. So life has imitated art. I don't even know how I
Mhm.
ended up in this space, but now I do podcast style interviews at
Mm.
work in my day job. But it was in my day job that they were like, well, you got to write down questions, right? But I had never done that before. And
Why?
so now I'll do like one or two starter questions and then let the conversation flow. But
Hmm.
I find that it's you get a much more authentic conversation when you
Correct.
actually listen actively and respond, right?
Correct. And that's what you want at the end of the day. You want something that's authentic. You don't want something that's like people look at it and they're like, "Oh my God, I don't want to go back there, back to that podcast because it's like it's scripted." And
Yeah,
it's like, no, you have genuine people on your podcast who, are speaking from the heart and stuff like that. And
yeah,
it's something that you want as well as the audience can appreciate.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like my little niche, my little corner. I like my little corner,
Listen, you need
Um,
to learn. You need to get out of the corners because when I met you that second time, you were in a corner.
I was
Okay, out. You were in the corner. Remember? Because I had to tell you how to. Oh, we should place it here and stuff because I don't want to get the edge. And no, get out of the corner. Okay.
something about having my back up against the wall that just seems to appeal to me. But you're right. I wasn't. I don't fully wanted to stay in that corner. I was like, "What do you mean? What do you
You weren't
mean?"
moving. You weren't moving.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was like, "Mm-mm." I had a nice little shelf here. I was like, "Mm-mm."
Yeah, you were good.
They're like, "Okay, well, just do it this way then." And I'm like,
I
"All
mean,
right."
you did sit on. I mean, you did move to the stairs, but
That's just when I was watching,
yeah.
waiting for somebody to come for an interview.
Oh man.
No, but yeah. Well, I mean, I have my banner, so I'll go outside, but I'll find a corner outside. I'll find a
I
corner
can
outside.
see it. You could have this like fully open space, and then bam, there's Angie in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm like, Angie, there's like open space. No, I'm okay.
Oh, I'm okay. You just see me waving. You can come over here.
Right?
You just, I'm over here. Yeah.
Oh,
All the lights.
right?
Yeah. No. I think my front and center days. Um. Yeah, they're gone. I used to be like, we'd go out like the girls. We'd all go clubbing. We'd be in the middle of the dance floor. And
Yeah.
now, I'll be in the corner over there.
I mean, especially when we get older and stuff like that, your mindset and stuff changes, right? It's not like we're not young anymore, right?
Mhm.
We're young, but we're not young.
Young, young.
To get up in front and be like, hey, yeah, that. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
I agree with you. There's nothing wrong with the corner.
Yeah, I'm like, "That corner's
Like,
I mean, we were were pretty cool in that corner. We had our food. We had our.
Listen, let's not even get into the things that we were talking about and the jokes we were busting, okay? That's for another show.
Yo, we got to the point where we were so happy in the corner that like they literally like I mean I had to get kicked out. They were like, "So you gonna pack up your stuff and you're
Listen,
done?" Like,
listen, you
you
you were yo, we had so much fun that you were starting to rap yourself. You were freestyling. I can't remember what you said, but we both started cracking up and laughing. You were freestyling on the stairs and everything. I had a little beat. You were free. Listen, it was fun.
like, if you have an event and you want to have your workers entertained, we will do the interviews, we'll do the pictures and all that stuff, but we're gonna
Yep,
entertain ourselves.
yep, yep. What was the song? God don't like cigarettes or something. Ooh,
Whew.
ooh, ooh.
A time was had. Oh my goodness.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. So if you ever see us in a corner laughing, just know that we're happy.
don't don't come over to us.
Don't come over.
Leave us be. We're having
Leave
too
us
much
be.
fun.
Yeah. We'll either be laughing or crying, but we'll be feeling something. We'll be having emotion. Emotions will be felt and enjoyed. You know?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
And now I'm gonna try to. No, I'm not. It's okay. We're good. We're good.
That's another day.
That's another day. You got to come back. You got to come back to the podcast so we can.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But have an amazing night.
You too,
Thank
love.
you so much. And let you know what you have to just kind of yell at me, like be like, Ange, you need your photos done.
Listen, I don't know how much I be in your DMs,
I
being
know
like, "Yo, what's going on?" and stuff,
what's
and
going
message me. Listen, I swear I should just like plaster our DMs to see
on.
how you're ignoring me and how bad you really don't want it. Okay,
It's
like I
not
wasn't
even
even sure that.
true. It's not
eh,
even that. It's just
let's hear. Let me and the people hear it.
well, getting me outside is a journey in itself. Uh,
Oh, I'm well aware.
He's like, I've only been trying for
Uh,
getting me outside is a journey in itself. So
listen, when was the sessions with Sage? How
in
long ago was that?
November, like mid-November, something like that.
Oh, okay. So I've only been in your DMs for that long saying, "Hey, when are we doing it?" And then I'll get like, listen, I think I need to put a time frame for you and be like, August 30th, we're doing it.
Yeah, I think you actually need to do that, like to be honest, because then I'll be like, oh, August 30th. You know what? You know what part of it is, Calvin? I'm gonna be honest with you. Part of it is I'm like, I want to make sure that I have like a Bugatti body for my photos. So I look good.
Why do you need a Bugatti body?
I don't know. I just feel that I do.
No, no. People come in all types of shapes and sizes and stuff like that. Like, be happy with who you are at the end of the day. Like,
Hmm.
you know, I told you from the get-go, like you have such a sweet voice. I told you that when we were at stage recession. You have such a sweet voice,
Until I started
right?
rapping.
Then I was like, "Ooh,
Whoa, whoa,
hold,
whoa, whoa,
damn."
man.
But it was funny because funny. I kept saying, "Oh, you got bars." But anyways, but
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah, but like I say this, whenever you're ready, you're ready. And all jokes aside, I'm not gonna obviously force you to do it.
No, no. I mean,
I
you
want
wouldn't
you to be
force me.
comfortable. I want you to be comfortable when we do it and stuff like that. But I basically want you to hurry up so that we can do it.
Yeah, I need to hurry up. Like I said, now is a good time because now all of my energy can be put into Angie Goodas and the brand
Hmm.
and moving it forward and doing what I want to. Whereas before
Yeah.
it was split, right?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I've taken myself out of that role. So
Hmm.
now I can. So like I said, like it's funny because up until maybe last week actually, I was okay
Hmm.
with whatever weird pictures I could find and be like, okay, Angie, you're gonna use this, just put it in your
Yeah.
video. And then like actually I think it was your video. I've used this picture now. I think this is probably like the third week I've used this picture. And
Mm.
like Monday, I think I made the video for you being here. I'm
Hmm.
looking at the picture like, man, you gotta get Calvin to take your pictures.
Yeah, man. You gotta be
Dude.
creative. You gotta be creative. You're a creative person. You gotta be creative. You don't want to keep everything the same because you don't want people coming on and being like, "Oh my God, it's the same thing again." It's like
Yeah.
you want to be creative, and I want to have the chance to be
Well,
creative with you so that
I'm
you know.
excited. Okay. We gonna you know what? Before summer is over, we are going to make this happen.
Yeah, okay, remember everyone. She said that before summer ends.
Before summer ends,
All right,
we will make this happen. Yeah.
all right. Sounds like a
'Cause
plan to
I
me.
mean, I'm excited. I not that I wasn't before, but I think before too, a lot of it was, do I have the audacity though to like go and get photos, like professional photos done for this world? Like, I think it was am I actually really supposed like am I supposed to be here or am I being an imposter? Do you know what I mean? Like
I
it
get what
was
you're saying, but then at the same time, you could ask yourself, do you have the? And I haven't been on your YouTube channel yet because you didn't send it to me when you said
oh
you would. That's a whole different story.
all
But
right.
like,
I'm so sorry.
but you talk about, but you put yourself out there with these type of topics and stuff like that. You basically make yourself vulnerable to criticism from people who everyone's not going to agree with this podcast. But
Yeah.
you put yourself out there to say these are the topics that are important to me. These are the topics that I want to talk about. Once I watch your YouTube and stuff, I can see other topics that you've spoken about, but
Hmm.
you put yourself out there to be like, these are the topics that are important to me. These are topics that I want to discuss. You're willing to take the criticism and or feedback from individuals.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, yeah, you're where you're supposed to be. Put yourself out there even more so with being able to take the pictures and be creative with it and stuff because you're already out there. You're already doing it. The pictures is just something to help promote yourself even more.
Yeah.
But you're already out there, so you shouldn't be questioning yourself if you belong because you're already here, clearly showing you belong.
I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
I needed to hear that.
It's just perfect that I'm on today. Like,
I know. This is like all of this, everything just oh, right? And even like I laugh at how for 30 minutes I struggled with my technology and like right before you were supposed to come on, everything was like, okay,
see,
I'm gonna work now. Oh, what? You wanted to go live? Why didn't you say so?
see. Everything worked out at the end of the day.
Yeah,
That's what really matters, regardless of the difficulties. Nothing is perfect.
that's right. That's right.
Nothing is perfect. And they say anything that's perfect is evil, right? Because
Ooh,
nothing can be perfect. Nothing can be perfect.
yeah.
The only thing that is perfect again is if you believe God. God is
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We are not perfect. There's no
You're not
such thing
perfect.
as being perfect. Perfect
Yeah.
is evil. If anyone can be perfect, there's something wrong,
So when you got a
right?
side eye, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, Don't know what's up with
See?
you. But yeah, you're
So it's all good. Everything ended up
love
working out. We an hour and a half, everything worked out.
it.
So
I know. Thank you. It was such a
you're
beautiful
welcome.
conversation. Thank you for
Yes,
being here.
thank you for
Um,
having me.
I'm gonna let you go, and I'll tell the people the stages of grief quickly, and then I'm gonna go to my
Yeah.
bed.
Oh, yeah. I'm
But
still gonna be on listening to you,
you're
so
gonna be listening. Thank you
yeah, I
for
am.
comment in the chat.
I shall.
And I appreciate you. I really do. And yes,
Thank you.
before the end of summer. Now I'm excited. So yeah, definitely the timing. Oh, big up to
Oh,
Scylla. We're gonna talk about
big up
that.
to Stella. Big up to Stella. She's doing her thing. She continues to grow. Anytime I get to shout her out, I always shout her out. Shout out to her brother, to Julius X. He is making big moves. Mr. All Class, all of them brothers and sisters.
Oh wow,
So, shout out to the whole family and stuff like
musical
that. So
family.
yeah,
I
there's so many
you
people I
know,
could shout out and stuff, but you know,
it's like, eh.
yeah,
But if
yeah,
she wants to come on the podcast, we're
yeah.
here.
I'll definitely have a conversation with her and be
Yeah,
like, hey,
I don't know.
yeah.
Or the
But
siblings. I would love
I
to.
definitely do want to come on. I
You
would
have
love to come on again, with, you know, another topic that's more like, cutthroat and stuff like that,
Ooh.
where people are like police brutality and stuff.
Ooh, yes.
I've been waiting for someone to give me a podcast for that one. Woo!
I might even bust a rhyme.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, 100% yes, yes. Oh yeah, you have to come back. Like I know how
Oh
to
yeah.
find you, bro. I know how to. You know how to find me. Like you have to come back.
Listen. Yeah, exactly. Hiya!
Bye, Calvin. Have a great
All right, bye. You're the one who has to put me in the waiting room or wherever. So it's not me, it's you.
day.
Like I feel like we could just stay out for like another hour, literally.
I know. I know.
But your bed is calling you.
My bed is calling me,
Yeah.
or unless you know what I mean. I don't have like it's my podcast, so it's not like I'm.
Uh,
It's not like I got producers going like, "Hey, you get off this,"
obviously.
right? Do you want to go through the stages of grief? Do you want to
We
talk about it?
can.
I figured we
Sure.
should we should probably let the people know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, one thing that people don't realize is that you are grieving. Like when we hear grief, we automatically think of death, which is what I had
Hmm.
started to say before you came on. So
Right.
um,
Yeah.
we think death, but I mean, you could be grieving your home, your
Hmm.
neighborhood,
Hmm.
your job or your career,
Hmm. Hmm.
financial stability. That one hit me. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm. And
You
that's
could
a
be.
massive one.
That's a
That's a
huge one, right?
financial is like massive, especially in today's economy.
Hmm. Like all the even the people that wanted to own, and I'm one of them. Like the people that wanted to own a home, and now you're like,
Yeah, no.
yeah, no,
Let, let me rob that bank.
yeah. And then I'll talk about how the police brutalized me.
It all goes together.
It all ties together, you know. It's a nice little bow.
Right? Oh man.
Yeah, financial stability, good health,
Mm,
right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I could see
mm-hmm.
that. I could see that.
Yeah.
Um, People definitely grieve their youth
Mm-hmm.
and fertility,
Mm, mm,
right?
that is massive. That
Yeah.
is massive.
I never thought of that. But yeah, grieving
Yeah.
your fertility.
Yeah.
Um, and I found a definition about grief, which
Mm,
was really cool. Because again, we don't talk about it, but we all
yeah.
experience it. But
Mm-hmm.
grief is the natural emotional response to the loss of someone or something.
Hmm.
Often involves intense sadness and feelings of shock and numbness, and you may even have feelings of denial and anger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really
I was
interesting.
so angry. I was so angry.
Yeah.
I was so angry. And again, it kind of goes back to more so like questioning God and stuff like that. Like I was just so angry with him. Like you took
Mhm.
my mom, you took my mommy. Like I don't even call her mom, I call her mommy. But I'm like, you took my mommy.
I still call
Like,
my mom me too.
see? But I was just like, but I was just so angry. Like,
Hmm.
like to the point it was just like I was like hitting cars and I was just doing stupidness, but I was doing it because I
Really?
was, yeah, because I was just so angry. I just had so much built-in anger, like all the, like whatever anger I had, it was just like vroom,
Oh wow.
rushed up. Yeah. So I was just like I was in the mode of like really wanting to hurt someone, right? And this is why when I went and saw family and stuff like that who were there, it was just like, hmm, you were never really there. You disrespected my mom in so many ways. So the anger in me built up even more because
Yes.
I'm like, why are you even here? But it's
Yes.
like you want to be respectful at the same time, right? And
Right.
this is why it goes back to why I wanted to be alone with my mom in that moment when she was in her box. She was
Lovely.
in a box because she was being cremated.
Right.
It was in a casket. But this is why I wanted to be alone because I was at peace.
Yeah.
There was no anger. There was no reason for me to get angry. It
Hmm.
was peaceful, right? But anger is something that does come when you are in grief. And like you said, it could be a multitude of things. It's not always someone who passes away. It could
Hmm.
be, you know, especially with the women and being able not to have babies and stuff like
Yeah.
that, like that. That's a real big one. Like I've had conversations with women who are just like, they're the nicest people, but then when it comes to the subject of babies, it's like you can see the anger in them.
Really.
Yes,
And I
you
guess
can
even
really.
especially if there's like parents or mothers who don't take care of their children
Yes,
that they have. I've
yes.
seen that. I've seen that a lot.
Yes, yes. So anger is a real thing in the stages, in the stages of grief.
And we yet still we don't acknowledge that,
Mm,
right? It's
yeah.
it's really interesting how society has tried to take grief and just put it in this neat little package
Mm,
and be like, the funeral's over. Ha,
yeah.
nice talking to you,
Move on.
right?
Yeah,
Move
move
on.
on. Yeah. And
And it's like,
it's so unfortunate and so sad that this is what society has come to. Like, what do you really say? Like, it's
yeah,
just it's like it's so unfortunate. Again, we just need more leaders to be like, hey, it's okay. Like you can be in denial, you can be angry,
hmm
you know.
hmm
Yeah,
and the shock. That's one of them.
yeah. So the shock more so was because I was up in Blue Mountain. I was actually on a work trip and Blue Mountain, and my mom called me a few days before, and it's like, because Christmas is a massive thing was a massive thing. She's like, oh, we're gonna take Kai Kai, and we're gonna do this. I'm like, yeah, okay, mom. Blah 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 blah. Thought nothing of it. 2 days later, I get a call. that My dad says, CJ, your mom's not breathing. That's the message that I got from my dad. CJ, your mom's not breathing. So this is where the denial comes in. Mom's not breathing. I'm like, like the whole entire time, I'm like, that can't be true. That can't. I'm getting calls. Oh, CJ, she's being rushed to the hospital. She's being rushed to the hospital right now. Da 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 da. I'm like, okay, no one call me. No one call me unless she passes away. I leave. I'm still in the denial stages. Like,
Yeah.
oh, mom's gonna be fine. Mom's good. She's great. Then my dad calls me, CJ, your mom is gone. Ooh. I'm just like my coworker was right there, and I just broke down crying right then and there. But I'm like, in the same sense, I'm still in denial stage to be like, okay, maybe there's still an opportunity for her
Mhm.
to you know be okay and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
now I'm starting to get angry.
Mhm.
Right now I'm starting to get heated. I'm starting to get angry because I'm now triggered,
Mhm.
right? Because my mom is gone, but I'm
Yeah.
still in that state of denial. It
Yep.
wasn't until I got there and I saw the body. And even when I saw the body, I'm like, I went up to her and I like started rubbing her hands. Like I rubbed her hands really hard to be
Mm.
like,
Trying to bring a rubber back to life
fucking,
type of
like,
thing.
fucking, get up, get up.
Get up.
You
Like, what are you?
know, like, what are you doing lying here? Like, you're
Yeah.
still young. Like, get up. And then the realization of her not responding, her not moving. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, the denial is now over. Now the anger is setting in even
Yeah.
more so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go through the bargaining stage?
So the bargaining stage, yes. Like I basically was like, you know what? After my mom passed away and stuff like that, I basically said, you know how they say it wasn't necessarily bargaining, but you know how you say, sometimes people will do weird things, like they'll sell their soul to the devil.
Mhm.
That's kind of what my bargaining was. Like, hey, bring back my mom for one more day, and here you go, kind of a thing. Right?
Wow.
You should never, ever, ever bargain with the devil.
Yeah.
Ever,
Ever. Absolutely not.
ever. But that was my bargaining.
Yeah.
Eh. But that was my bargaining in a sense because it's like, damn, like just bring her back. Let me tell her I love her. Let me just
Mhm.
say, Mommy, I love you and let her go. I never got to say I love you. I never got to say goodbye to her or
Mhm.
anything because she passed away very quickly. It
Mhm.
wasn't one of those things where we're like, oh, mom's slowly going. She literally, the night before, she wasn't feeling very well. She went to go and lie down. My dad got up. He said, honey, I'm going to walk the dog. She said, okay. He walked the dog, came back in 10 minutes, and she was gone.
What?
Yes, that's how my mom went. So within 10 minutes of saying, okay, honey, he left, walked the dog just to go poo, came back, and she was passed away on the bed. So that's kind of where I never got to say my goodbyes, and a lot of my anger came into play as well because I'm like, and again, the bargaining also goes into questioning. I put bargaining and questioning at
Together.
the same
Yeah.
level of like, why didn't you stay and let me say goodbye, or why couldn't you say goodbye to me? Like,
Mm.
that was selfish of you for you not to allow me to say goodbye to you or say, Mummy, I love you for one last time. Like, why? Like, that was my questioning stage and basically the bargaining stage with
Mhm.
the anger. The denial is no longer there anymore. The denial is gone now. It's
Mhm.
anger and the questioning
And burning.
stage
Yeah.
that I'm at right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was at.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's I'm trying to think if I bargained. I don't think I bargained. Um I don't recall bargaining, but I know I suppressed a lot. I was trying to
You
be strong
probably
for
had a
everything.
lot of questions. You probably had a lot of questions, so you're probably
No,
questioning a lot.
I think my dad, I was lucky in the sense that like he passed away suddenly.
Mm,
Um but it was like he knew he was going to leave, because now when we look back and we think of everything, we're like, ah, man knew he was leaving. So
yeah.
he literally, they were here, they were visiting here in Canada, and they were going to go back to Jamaica to be snowbirds or whatever, and
Hmm.
they were supposed to leave on the Monday. The Saturday night, my dad tells my good friend, my AI friend over there, to play. If I say her name, she's gonna act stupid. So he tells my AI friend to play Bo Diddley.
Mm,
And so she's playing Bo Diddley, and he gets a bottle of wine and he puts it on the coffee table and he puts two glasses down and he passed his
Hmm.
couch beside him, and he's like, let's talk, right? And he
Hmm.
then tells me all about growing up in England, and like I asked him tough questions like, so dad, did you do
Yeah.
drugs in England? Like, like all like everything. He just like
Yeah.
let it all out. So it was almost like he was like, this girl going she's gonna do my eulogy. So let me give her her you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um but yeah, he
I,
knew. And like even conversations my daughter tells me that she had with him in those last few days, and he's like,
mhm.
be strong, and you're gonna be strong, and you're a beacon of light and all this stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
and you knew you were leaving.
Yeah, I think that was more so for my nana when she passed away. Is similar to that. Like she knew she was going, but she was super strong. She's super very religious, but she was gearing up the family. And like I said, the picture that I took, it was more so of like this is the last real family dinner we're gonna have. Like she was
Was
gearing
it?
up. Yeah, it was the last dinner that we had as a massive family, but she was gearing everyone up and for her passing because she was the pinnacle of the family, right? She was the matriarch of the family. She was the head, and we knew once she passed away, things would never be the same. But she
Mm-hmm.
was gearing everybody up for her passing. She kept saying like, "It's okay, everyone knows that I'm going," kind of a thing. And then it's just like, I had the last conversation that I had with her. I said, Nana, I'm not okay with you passing. I'm not okay. I know that you're dying. And of course, in regular Nana fashion, she said, "Stop your foolishness, boy. Stop your foolishness right now."
Stop your foolishness. No compromise, as my grandpa.
you know
Stop your
but
foolishness always came this way. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, yeah, she geared it up, but with my mom it was just like it was so sudden. And then it's just like the one thing that I don't like is like some parents, they don't they don't prepare you for it. They don't sit down and say, well, this is what life will look like when I pass away, because you think that your parents are going to live forever. They're going to live
Yeah.
until they're 80, and then it's like that's when you start gearing up. Oh, they're going to start
Yeah.
passing.
Yeah.
But it's like I never ever had that conversation with my mom to be like, "Mom, what does life look like when you die, and what am I going to do?" and da 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 da. I never got to have
Mm-hmm.
those conversations with her. And I think that's one of the things that kind of really hurts me is that when it happened, it's like I was that I resorted back to that little child
Yeah. Yeah.
again, and I'm
Yeah.
lost. I'm
Yeah.
lost. If it's like you ever watch those like cartoons where they think and then they're in like a black air. Everything around them is just black.
Mm-hmm. And they're just
It
sitting
was
there.
like they're just sitting. That's when my mom passed away. That's what it was like for me. I was just everything seemed black. And then again, the questioning and being like, "Hey, mom, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Like, why couldn't you just stay for like a few seconds more? Why
Mm-hmm.
couldn't you do it when I got there so I could hold you
Mm-hmm.
when you left and stuff?" Like it's just a lot of questioning, a lot of questioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you have times when you get to the like the hope, the acceptance and hope stage? Or are you like, I'm not, I'm not there yet? Like, do you
I've
ever, do you ever venture
I've
into that?
accepted I've accepted it. I've accepted it. Um, I accepted it pretty early on. That I think my acceptance was when I cremated her. That
Yeah.
was my
Got it.
acceptance of mom is no longer here. She is
Mhm.
now completely gone. There is no more physical body here.
Mhm.
Now she's all ashes. So there's no
Mhm.
more physical body here anymore. Her soul has left. That was my acceptance. With the acceptance, though, I don't do so much of the questioning anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really don't do so much. I think the part that I'm stuck in is the depression.
Oh.
That is the stage that I can't overcome, and I'm kind of stuck in. And I say this because there are still thoughts of me wanting to commit suicide.
Mhm.
So even though I have accepted that she is no longer here, I am still in a stage of depression.
Mhm.
Even though I've met all of the other steps, I've accepted the denial. My anger is it has gone down considerably. I'm not really questioning anymore, Mom, why. I'm not
Mm,
really bargaining or anything like that, but I'm stuck in that stage of depression.
mhm.
And this is why, for me, it's so important to be able to speak up
Yeah.
and important for me to show emotions, even if it's online on Instagram or whatever, to cry and speak well about my mom and show people how much I love my mommy because it's my outlet
Yeah.
of not keeping everything in so that I may potentially harm myself,
Yeah.
right? Because that's where people really do hurt themselves, is when
Yeah.
they feel like you hear people who are getting bullied at school who commit suicide
Yeah.
because they don't have anyone to talk to. They bottle everything up, all the
That's right.
emotions, all everything. And then it's like, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Then,
I'm gonna.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
I'm going to end my life because this is the only way out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, rather than having all of that and feeling there is no way out, I'm going to end my life. I would rather show the emotions. I
Mhm.
would rather show my vulnerability. I would rather people see me cry and me reminisce and talk about my mom, about the amazing woman she was and everything she did for me in life. That's my outlet.
Mhm.
And I wish more people would take that into account that even though you may meet all of the stages of grief, depression is a real thing.
Oh, it's a real thing. It'll
It is a
stronghold
real
you.
thing. It will stronghold you.
Yeah.
And it can handicap you in so many ways.
Yeah.
But it's important to realize it. Number
Mm,
one is realize that I am depressed. I am going through something mentally.
mhm.
Again, whatever the grief is that you're going through,
Mhm.
realize it
Yeah.
and try and figure it out. Yes, death is a much harder grief. Losing someone that you truly love is much harder
Mhm.
to really comprehend rather than financial. Financial, I could okay, I can go get a new job. I can work two, three jobs. I can try to
Yeah.
figure out finances, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
there's ways around that stuff, but death is really hard.
Yeah.
And when it comes to depression, it's so important to find an outlet, whatever in a positive manner,
Mhm.
whatever that outlet may be. For me, my outlet is posting stuff on Instagram or posting stuff on Facebook, little
Mhm.
memes or something to show people that I was a mommy's boy and that I loved my mommy and stuff
Mm,
like that. I don't care
mhm.
what people say. For me, it's my outlet
Yeah.
of not being able to, of not keeping everything in to be like, okay, you know what, today I'm going to go and jump off a bridge.
Yes.
It's just like, it's just like, it's like a,
Ooh. Yeah. I
right?
used to lose
And yes,
soccer. Okay.
yes, and still I'm going to suck back in all of that air. And at some point in time, I'm going to have that monkey on my back where it's like I'm starting to feel that anxiousness and then I have to again
Yeah.
let everything out, let me cry, let me post whatever I have to post just to deal with my emotions.
Yeah.
It's not something that and your father passed away years ago and it's something that's still affecting you to this very
Mhm.
day. Mine
Mhm.
is still fresh,
Mhm.
but it's like we all need that outlet to be able to be like, okay, I'm going to do this and this is what's going to help me
Yeah.
overcome the worst of the worst feelings of
Yeah.
what I want to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
please people, I cannot stress enough, if you're feeling depressed, seek help. Seek
Yes.
some type of counseling. Find
Yes.
a positive outlet.
Yeah.
Whether it's talking to your wife, your boyfriend,
Yeah.
your girlfriend, your whomever.
Yeah.
Buy a dog if you need to. Sometimes
Yeah.
pets are the best. Sometimes pets are the best thing
Listen.
to help with depressions.
Yeah. I
Like
know
it's not
my dog, he yeah. That's my
It's like,
that's my boy. You know, like
yeah, like it's not.
yeah,
It's like, in all seriousness, like, please find an
hmm
outlet. At the end of the day, suicide is the end all be all. There
yeah,
is
like
no
it's final.
coming.
Yeah,
It's the final decision. There
yeah,
is no coming back from that.
yeah.
So before
You
you
can't
get
change your
to,
mind.
you can't change your mind. So
Can't change.
before you get to that level, please seek
Yeah.
some type of help, seek some type of outlet that
hmm
helps you express yourself.
Yes.
Cry, especially for the men out there. We have it rough in
Yes.
society. We
Yes.
really do have it rough in society. We have to be strong. We have to be this. We have to be that. But please, before you decide that you no longer want to be on this earth, seek help, seek some type of outlet, and let's make it the norm to
Yeah.
be a crybaby. Like,
Yeah.
let's bring that to be the norm for a man. There's nothing wrong
Yes.
with it.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
nothing wrong with it. Like, let's
Yes.
make it the norm and
Yes.
seek the help and guidance that you need from whomever it may be.
hmm
Just to give yourself peace of mind that you don't have to feel like ending your life is the best way,
The
because
best
it
way if
really
possible.
isn't.
No.
It isn't.
No.
It's very selfish. You it might be a quick way out for you, but now you have people who loved you who are now suffering.
Yeah. Yeah. So now that's that domino effect.
Exactly.
It's that
So
domino
please,
effect.
for everyone who's listening, everyone who's going to listen, please, if you need help, seek help.
Yeah. And for those that are going to listen, you know, learn like okay, there was one thing I read and it really it stuck out for me because people did this to me all the time and I couldn't stand it. So I'm going to
Mm,
say it. Avoid platitudes, which are when, somebody is talking and then you're like, "Well, they're better off now. They're in a better place
mm,
now." Or, "Oh, they
mm,
wouldn't want you to cry, or they wouldn't
mm,
want you to be angry or no.
mm.
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
You're
you know,
minimizing what the person like you're
yeah,
minimizing what the person is going through or oh you
yeah,
can just get a job right like
yeah,
no don't
yeah.
do it
Sometimes be sympathetic and empathetic to what the person is going through,
yeah
right? It's not always about you and
yeah
what you're dealing with. It's think about what that person's going through,
yeah
right? Sometimes all someone needs is an ear. And
yeah
this is why I love helping people. I can sit down with hours for hours listening to someone's problems. I don't mind.
mm-hmm,
Sometimes that's all someone needs is an ear to vent into.
mm-hmm,
Like, take the time and be empathetic and sympathetic to what their situation is
mm-hmm.
and try to help them if you can. If you
yeah
can't, it's understandable. But do your best at the end of the day to not make them feel any less worthy because they're
that's right
grieving, which I
that's right
feel is sometimes what a lot of people do.
yeah they yeah and it's oftentimes it's their own discomfort so it's you,
Mm,
you got to just get out of your own discomfort and let the person experience what they're experiencing, right? Like one
yeah.
of the points here it says listen more, talk less,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because
And let
everyone has
right?
everyone has everyone has an opinion. And
Yeah.
when it's that time, it's like, I don't really care about your opinion. I don't need it at this time.
Yeah.
There's time and place for everything, right? When someone's grieving, don't necessarily give your opinions. Oh yeah, exactly like you said. Oh yeah, she wouldn't want you to. You don't know what she would want.
exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
maybe she does want me to cry for her. Maybe
Yes.
she does want me to go through this process exactly how I'm going through this
Yes.
process.
Yes.
Just be the ear.
Yeah.
Listen.
Listen.
Sometimes listening is the best therapy for
Mhm.
an individual.
Mhm. And ask and even ask the questions because in asking questions, you then help
Hmm.
the person go through it. and
Yes.
get come out on the other side, because as we're
Hmm.
talking to people, we're hearing our own voice, and we're
Hmm.
now being able to kind of figure out or process things, or maybe we come up with solutions, or just,
Hmm.
other ways to cope, right?
Yeah.
So it's it's, yeah, like, ask questions, and not just like, how are
Yeah.
you? How are
Oh
you?
dear God. I really do hate that. Like it's just human nature to ask how you are, but at the same time, it's like when I my mom passed away and people are like, "How are you?" It's like in the back of my head, it's like, "How do you think I am?"
Yeah.
Like I'm really happy right now. I want to go and do all the. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's human nature to be
Yeah.
like, "How are you?"
Yeah.
You know. So I get it, but it's like it's one of those things that I hate.
I hate it. I took cynical pleasure in, they'd ask me, and I'd be like, I'm not good.
Good.
I'm not good.
Mm,
What would you like?
yeah.
Right? Just
Yeah,
not good.
but sometimes you need to just be honest and
Yeah.
be raw,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So police are coming for you.
I they're always coming for me. You gotta hide. Hide your mom, hide your kids, turn off the lights.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
The lights are out. Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, that didn't help.
Doesn't work for you.
Like, nah, nah, girl, nah.
Nah,
So
nah.
that's
There
what
she is.
I'm.
There she is in the corner.
Yeah, I'd be like, what? As I try to hold on to the walls.
Right.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
My back's against the wall. Oh man.
Did you ever have and this one was interesting to me because I didn't have anybody offer me this.
Mm.
Did you have people offer you practical help in terms of like, hey Calvin, like I'm gonna come over and do your laundry, or
Oh
let me
no.
grab you some groceries, or
My no, my thing is I really didn't want anyone around me, period.
mm,
Because I didn't want the fakeness of people around me to be like, oh well, we loved your mom and this, but in the back of your head, you know, these individuals didn't talk to her for so long. They only were on the internet talking to her. Like I don't want that. I want genuine people. Realistically, the only people I wanted around me was like my dad because he
oh,
knew what I was going through. He knew I was a mommy's boy. Obviously, he's been there my whole entire life. Supported me, loved me. Realistically, he was the only person who knew what I was going through. And he knew that it was hitting me the hard. Obviously, it was hitting him hard, but I feel like it was hitting me even harder,
mm-hmm,
right? So it's like the only person I really wanted around was my dad,
mm-hmm,
and it wasn't easy because me and my dad don't always see eye to eye and stuff like that. But it's like the realization in my life right now is like that's all I have right now. I
yeah,
only have my dad now. So
yeah,
it's like before I would call my mom and be like, "Oh, how are you doing?" "Oh, I'm good, sweetie." "Oh, how's dad doing?" Like dad was always an afterthought,
yeah, yeah,
right? Even
yeah,
though he was always there, and don't get me wrong, I love my dad to death. I'm not a daddy's boy,
mm-hmm,
but I love my dad to death.
mm-hmm.
But it was always an
I get
afterthought.
it.
Like mom came first, you came second. And now
Yeah,
the realization is that I no longer have my mom.
yeah.
So by default, dad, you're first now.
You're first now. You know,
But
yeah,
but it's like I check up on him like my dad's turning 65 this year. So it's like I constantly like every day like dad, how are you doing? Dad, how
yeah,
are you doing?
yeah. You
There was
good?
one time he there was one time he wasn't picking up his phone. This is shortly after my mom passed. He wasn't picking up his phone at all. And my dad had the same mentality that I had, right? He keeps in all his emotions. He wasn't Listen, I went from Brenton to Scarborough in no time. I'm banging on his door. Finally, I got a call. I'm like, Dad, where are you? He's like, I'm fishing. I'm like,
You're like idiot Ting.
I got so angry and stuff, but it's like the realization is, and the one thing that I find that really sucks when you love someone is that at some point in time, the realization is one of you are going to have to live without the other.
You know what? I actually said this to my mom because my mom got with my dad when she was 19,
Hmm.
right? And lived with him or like was with him her entire life. And I said to
Hmm.
her, see, this is what I didn't want to deal with. Like,
Yeah,
because you spend your entire life with this person and one of you is going to stop that walk sooner than
yeah,
the other. And
yeah.
then how do you continue on with the walk without
And for
that?
how long? And
And
for
for
how
how long?
long?
Yeah.
Right? It's a good thing my dad's like 65. He's up there in age, so I think like, okay, dad's gonna go in no time now. But it's
Oh,
like he could live. But it's like, he could live for another 20 years until he's
mm-hmm,
85. So it's
mm-hmm,
like, and the way that and my mentality thinks, it's like, okay, let's just say that I live until I'm 65. Let's just say that's
mm-hmm,
another 25 years.
mm-hmm,
That's another 20. That's 25 years without my mom.
mm-hmm.
And then you think about my dad. That's another 20 years without his significant other,
Yep.
who he's been with for over 40 years.
Yep. I
So,
I even like I kind of wish I had had this conversation with my grandfather because he lived to be 101.
oh wow.
Grandpa lived to be 101 and was like fully like 100. Like he was so like strong. But my grandmother passed away in 1987. So my grandfather would have been, I probably 60, maybe 67, something like that.
Mhm.
So he lived for another like 40 years after that.
See?
And it's like, oh, so you had like two lifetimes basically,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
How
Mm-hmm.
did you like I would have loved to grandpa, you gonna give me a dream and tell me how you would have how you did that, like how you handled that. But like yeah, like that aspect and I remember asking my mom recently, you know, now that you've done the whole you did the society thing. You got married, you
Mm-hmm.
had children, you lived
Yeah.
a life, you built your life. Your
Yeah.
person's gone. Do you feel it was worth it? Like
Mm-hmm.
because they always like because if you think about it, like especially for women, society says, "Oh, you don't want to grow old alone, so you better
Yeah.
get you a husband." Right? Or
Yeah.
and now in our day, get you a wife or somebody,
Get
right?
you someone.
Get you someone. Get you
It's like,
someone, right? And so you do all the things that they tell you to do, and you still end up at the spot that they tell you you don't want to be at.
yeah. Yeah. And then it's like so much more painful because it's like you
Mhm,
devoted your life to that
mhm,
individual of,
mhm.
50 years of your life you devote it to that
Mm,
person. And it's like now they're
yeah,
gone.
yeah,
It's like how do you even remotely bounce back from something like that? It's not
yeah.
like let's be real, in today's society, boyfriend, girlfriends, people are dumping people
Oh
left,
yeah,
right, and center, and
oh
there ain't
yeah.
no long-term relationships that like anymore realistically.
Mhm,
There
mhm.
really isn't. It's not like the old school
Of the
days
old
where it's
school days.
like your parents, my parents, like who can spend 50, 40 years with each other. But it's like
Yeah,
it's a lifetime. It's
yeah.
like what do you do? What do you do after that?
After, yeah, yeah.
It's like my dad doesn't know what to do at this point in
Mhm.
time. He's like, "Oh, your mom said I can have a girlfriend or something like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'll kill her." But you know,
She gonna die today.
I mean, it's hard, and for
Yeah,
me, my dad did bring up that topic, but I'm like, at the end of the day, he's 65. He's a grown ass man. It's like
yeah.
I can't say, but I say don't be confused. She will never in my life ever replace the woman that I called my mother.
Mhm.
Never. You
Mhm.
know, and I don't believe in calling another person mom or mummy. I've never called
Yeah.
another person mom or mummy. Never in my life until the day I take my last breath will I
No.
call anyone other than Sorona Primo mum and mummy. That's the only person in my life that I have and will ever call mom or mummy. Period.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I get it.
Yeah.
I understand it. You know.
Yeah. This is why, like, when you have step parents and they're like, "Oh, we'll call him daddy, call him mommy." I'm just like,
No. No.
no, no, no thanks.
No.
No thanks. I'm good.
No. Like I'm okay. I will address you respectfully, but that's what you
Yeah.
get. It's
I'll
about,
call you your name or something like that, but it's
yeah.
like, nah, no,
Yeah.
nothing. No one. My mom was there through it all, through the thick
Yeah.
and thin, through, everything. So it's like,
Yeah.
why am I gonna go and call someone else mom or
Mommy,
mommy?
mommy.
Look,
And
I
that's
will, go
oh
ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, and parents, stop forcing your children to do that.
Yes, please. Oh my
Stop
God,
it. It's so
stop it.
gross.
It
Stop it.
is. It's
You know, it's
it's
really
like, yeah,
gross.
it really is. Like, just you know,
Cut it out.
yeah. Especially when you have that bond with your
Yeah.
parent. It's like I
Mhm.
had that connection and that bond, and this is why her death is so hard for me. It's because
Mhm.
I had that connection, I had that love for
Mhm.
her. I get not everyone has that connection with, their parents and stuff like that,
Mhm.
but I had that connection. I was lucky in this life, to have that connection. And
Yeah.
therefore, because I had that connection, that respect, and that love for her, I will never ever in my life call another woman mom or mummy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I respect it. Yeah. Because yeah, it's just stop forcing people. Like allow people to navigate and address
Yeah,
people however feels comfortable for them, as long as they're not being disrespectful and they're not harming people.
that's what
Allow
I'm saying.
them
Yeah,
to just to do what they need to do in order to be okay, or to
yeah.
you know
Especially children. Especially children.
well, that's what I'm thinking of, right? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
children get
Society,
pulled
especially
into the
especially
space.
in Yeah, especially nowadays in society. I'm not even going to get into the topic, but especially nowadays in society, it's like everything is force fed down kids' throats. It's like kids can't be kids anymore.
Yeah.
It's like when I was a kid, the norm was you go outside, you you come home with bruises, scars, you fell out of a tree, something of that nature. You got up, you would go do it the next day. That was
Yeah.
the norm for me as being a
Yep.
kid,
Yeah. And you
right?
came
My
home before
parents
the street lights came on.
Listen, my dad, used to live in an apartment building. I could be like so far away. As soon as my dad whistled, my ass knew to came home right away. As soon as those street lights came, because me and my brother would stay out past the street lights. As soon as he whistled, we knew to come home right away.
Yep. Yep.
But parents allowed more freedom for children back
Yes.
in the
Yes.
days. Whereas
Yes.
now everything is so restricted for children
Yes.
because of yeah,
Fear.
yeah. All
It's all
yeah,
fear.
fear. It's fair.
It's all fear.
It's fair. Like I could at my age, I could walk, go wherever I wanted, cause trouble, whatever the case may be. And it was just like as long as we came home at the end of the day and stuff like that,
It
we
was a
were fine.
fine.
It was good. I come home, oh, marks on my legs, bruises on my legs and everything like that. Oh, mommy, come over. Are you okay? Dad be like, suck
Mm-hmm.
it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But
Yep.
now it's just like kids can't have a mind of their own.
And it's sad because then they lose survival skills. Because
Yeah.
as you're talking, I'm remembering. So my older brother's 3 years older than I am,
Hmm.
and it was at our first house. We left that first house, like we moved out of our first house when I was 7 years old. So this is like
Hmm.
before I was seven. So I was probably like 5 years old or 4 years old.
Hmm.
No, it's probably five or six. Um, Me and my brother would go outside, right? And and
Yeah.
and we had She'd be annoyed if she hears this, but she wouldn't be very annoyed. But we used to have a system where my mom would call us from work,
Yeah.
and it was like it was a code. But my brother learned how to read the sun,
Mm.
and whatever position in the sky the sun was, he was like, "Oh, we got to go home now." We got to go home
See?
now to get the call to be like, yeah, we're home, we're good, so that we could go
Yeah,
back
yeah,
outside, you know.
yeah,
But like kids don't have that opportunity to learn the survival
mm,
skills and to
yeah,
be in the creek crate catching crayfish and you know
yeah.
doing all
And
that
this
stuff.
is why and this is why I feel and believe that again with the grief of children and what they're going through, they're unable to really express themselves
Yeah,
because they don't have that freedom to really do it. Everything is force fed to them, and
yeah.
society is dictating what children should be.
Hmm.
And it's like, no. Like as a kid, I had so much freedom. I was able to think on my own 2 feet. I was able to, like you said, even something as so simple as getting the crayfish and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Survivability. Like
Hmm.
realistically, you think as an adult, like, hey, I can go to the river, I can get the crayfish, I can eat them now as an adult. As a
Hmm.
kid, you don't really think that stuff.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm gonna catch it, and well,
Yeah,
he
I'm
used
just
to
gonna
catch
catch
them, go
it.
ski out with them, and then throw them back, right?
Yeah. It's just like kids don't have that survivability in today's day and age, and it's not
No,
really taught to them either.
no.
They're very sheltered.
Well, even social skills,
Oh, so yeah, that's a whole other yeah.
right?
And this is why you see such a decline in society with these young children and why they're going to like gangs and stuff like that and that's their survivability and stuff like that. The gangs and everything. It's because they don't have a mind of their own to think. It's like society
Mhm.
is saying you have to, and again, it goes back to being able to show your emotions and stuff like that, right? Like someone like me who's a crybaby, I was able to do it. I'm sure if I wasn't, then maybe I would be strung up in gangs and stuff like that
Mm.
because I feel like I need to be the hard. I have to do this, I have to do that. So it's like let me join the gang because that's the best way for me to, be tough and show my
Mm.
toughness and stuff like that. Whereas I
Mhm.
was able to be emotional and therefore I was able to, advance into liking the arts.
Yes.
The arts, I was told at a young age, the arts is not manly, not by my father, obviously, but arts
Mhm.
are not manly. It's sissy stuff. It's for
Mhm.
girls
Mhm.
and it's like because I was able to show my emotions and stuff, it's like, okay, now I could be as an adult, I could be a photographer and I can snap
Yes.
pictures and create my own art, my own, whatever it is I want to do. And I think
Mhm.
society needs to just like lay back a little bit more when it comes to the kids,
Yeah.
allow them to like kind of experience some freedom that
Yep.
we got to experience as children.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Some of it, like even I think about my younger brother used to. Oh my gosh, this kid. He used to cry for my Cabbage Patch Kid doll.
stop
Like
this.
he used to cry for my doll, and I would be so mad, and I'd be like, and my mom would be like, "Give it to him," right? And it was like, but he was allowed to play with the doll, and then when
Yeah,
he was done playing with the doll, he went back to his cars and his trucks, and and like I would take my Barbies and put them on his cars, and my Barbies would be driving, so it was like we were allowed to have that malleability. I am a car girl,
yeah.
like my daughter is a car girl where we like V6 engine or is it a V8? Like,
Mm.
like, but we were allowed to have that. Whereas, yeah, it's nowadays, it's just really, I really feel sorry for and sad
Oh,
for the younger generations. I really do.
100%, 100%. And this generation in society is not, you know, going in the greatest direction. Like realistically, they say the saying is that we have no hope for this generation. And it's like when you really look, and it's not everyone, but when you really look at it, it's just like it's really sad. It's really
Yeah.
sad and it's so unfortunate.
Hmm. Well, it's like we got to figure out how to be their hope
Yeah.
and allow them to grow and flourish into what they need to be in order
Yeah,
to survive and thrive. Not even survive, like
yeah,
screw surviving, like allow them to thrive,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So,
Especially black men and women,
yes.
especially black men and women, because guess what, people? The reality is we have it hard in society and are always going to have it hard in society.
Yeah.
So we need to try to, you know, not have that stigma
Yeah.
there of this is what a black person is all the time, because
Hmm.
it just continues to bring us down as a
Hmm.
society. It's like,
Hmm.
but this is where I say as a society it's like teach those life skills and allow, you know, males to be emotional so that they're not having to always resort to fight mode or survive mode.
Or survive mode. Yeah.
It's like it's okay, like it's okay to show the weakness so that you're not always having to feel like you have to fight someone in order to get somewhere.
Yes. Yes. Or to be heard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So true. And like people, when your person allows you the privilege of
Mm,
seeing them vulnerable,
mm.
please have some grace, have some
Oh,
decorum,
yes,
please. You know,
yes.
damn. Like, come on.
Because it's not often that you're really gonna have a male who's gonna show that vulnerability to
Right.
you
That's
and
right.
open up. For a man to do that, he has to have a certain amount of faith and trust in you. And for
Mm,
any woman who wants to shun him and feel like, oh my God, like you're really crying in front of me, it's like, don't do that stuff.
hmm.
Because men have their weaknesses as well. We just don't show it all the time. We don't
Yeah,
show it to women all the time. Whereas women, their nature is okay. It's okay for women to cry. It's okay for women to be cranky. It's okay for women to be this. But it's
hmm,
like it's okay for women, it's okay for men to be the exact same way. And
that's right.
vice versa. It's okay for women to be strong as well. Women don't have to always be weak. Women don't have to always be in the kitchen. It's not a thing.
Hmm.
It's like it's okay to be opposites. Like let's just accept it.
Yeah, just allow people to be,
Yeah, be
right?
who you are, man.
You are. Be authentically you, and
Yeah,
and know that nobody can be you but you. So you're
yeah,
needed in your
yeah,
authenticity,
yeah.
right?
And know that no one can love you like you. And I think
Yeah.
that's something
Say
that's
that
missing a lot.
again. Please say
There's
that again.
no one can love you more than you. Because at the end of the day, as much as you may have boyfriends or whatever the case, when you go to bed, you may go to bed alone. Love yourself at the end of the day. Love
Yes.
yourself before you go and try to love another.
Yes.
Because if
Oh,
you don't love yourself, then it's going to be hard to accept love because you don't necessarily know what love is and
yeah.
what the love is that you're accepting. This is why sometimes you see when men hit women, it's like, oh, it's love. No, that's not love.
That's not love at
It's
all.
not love. And this is where I say for women, love yourself. Get to know what love really is. Because
Hmm.
once you love, like really love yourself, you know, you know what's good.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't tolerate the foolishness. I
Nope.
mean, on both sides, right? Because like
Of course.
I had an uncle who, um, his girlfriend was abusive,
Hmm.
right?
Oh,
So
women can be abusive. Let's not pretend.
yes,
Let's
100%.
not pretend.
Listen, yo, there are some vicious women out there,
Yeah, absolutely.
vicious,
Absolutely.
right? So,
But
yeah,
then
if you love
again,
yourself,
it goes back to like the society norm of like when this stuff happens, men can't speak up,
right?
right? And again, it just goes back to the topic that we're talking about, grief,
Yeah,
because men can't go through abusive relationships and be in grief,
that's right.
but don't speak up because it's not the norm. Like,
That's
oh
right.
my God, call the police and be like, this 5'2" woman is abusing me and blah blah blah, and you're 6 foot. Police look at it as like it's a joke.
Yeah,
Other
they're like,
people
come
will
on.
look at it as a joke. Yeah, other people will look at it like it's a joke. But
Yep.
it's like, again, that person's grieving.
Yep.
They may not be able, and then what? We have to wait until they commit suicide
Yeah.
because society doesn't. It says that's not the norm.
Yeah.
Well, again, make it the norm.
Or they get killed by the person. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, this
It's just,
it's crazy.
yeah.
And I think even as acquaintances and as friends and all of that, check in on people and genuinely check
Mm,
in on people, right?
mm,
Like genuinely, I'm checking in on
mhm,
you. What do you
mhm,
need? Right?
mhm,
Um, do you need me to listen to you? Like check in on people. Like we put ourselves in these silos, and I say it, but I'm saying it to myself too because I'm very
mhm,
good at that. I'm very good at putting myself in my isolation box and
mhm,
not reaching out to people, but check in on
mhm.
people.
Yeah, it's so important to check up on people, and you never know what someone's really going through until you really are like. Sometimes you need to be all in their ass
Yeah.
to be like, what's really going on? What's like I've had friends and stuff like that, like my best friend years ago, and she was going through something and I didn't know, and I was like harassing her, like, what's going on? I later found out she was being abused by her boyfriend and stuff like that, you know? So it's like,
Yeah.
she told me like, hey, this is what's going on, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay, I'll be over in a second. Let's
I got
just
you.
let's
Don't
just
worry.
long story short, let's just say that guy never bugged her again. But sometimes you need to be that that individual.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you need to resort to violence because violence is never it's not always the answer.
Right.
But it's like, if you genuinely are calling someone a friend, and this is why I don't use the word friend loosely. I don't call everyone my friend. You look on Facebook, people have over like 5,000 friends. It's like,
Hmm.
realistically, maybe like five of those people are actually your friends.
Yeah.
So if you call someone an actual friend, check in on them, see how they are, see how their well-being is, get to
Mhm.
know whatever their situation is and stuff like that, and be like, hey, I know that you were going through some financial trouble. Like, can I help
Mhm.
in any way? Like, whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So true.
Mm,
Definitely check in. Be just be a good person, man. Just like
yeah.
show some grace. Allow people to go through their process of grieving and whatever it is that they're grieving.
Hmm.
I listen, I crashed my Toyota Celica. I used to call it Celica, and grieved that car. Grieved that car. Grieved the loss of that car. Like felt broken over this car.
Mm,
And people thought it was funny.
yeah,
And I was like, what?
it really isn't.
It's not like allow
Mhm,
people to grieve their things and go through the emotions. This is where we are
mhm.
spiritual beings living in physical bodies. And
Yep.
we are supposed to experience all of the essence of being a human. And
Hmm.
emotions are a huge part of being a human.
Yes. Amen to that.
Yeah. So now I'm going to say, I think I'm going to go to my bed.
Yeah. Well, technically, you should have been going to your bed an hour ago
An
because you
hour.
said,
I
"Oh, I'm
know.
gonna." And it's funny. It's funny enough. I'm like, I'm not gonna continue to talk, but I said then, I'm like, oh yeah, we could probably go on for another hour. Literally, it's
Literally.
been another hour.
That's actually kind of creepy because I looked at my watch an hour ago and it said 9:59 and I was like, bedtime.
Hmm.
And it's 10:59.
Yeah.
Thank
See, another
you.
hour. Another hour. See,
Oh
I'm a good to have on your
You
podcast.
are a
Right.
good guest, like profound guest, well rounded. Like the conversation was just fruitful. It was just pure fruits. Like,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know, it was amazing. Thank you for, I'm going to say, on behalf of my viewers, thank you for your vulnerability.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for being transparent and being real, and giving me 2 hours of your time,
Hmm.
you know, I appreciate
No,
it.
thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. And again, I didn't know where this was gonna go or how. My mentality coming on here was, don't cry. That was my mentality. It's like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. And I'm glad that we were able to really talk about, the issues, but also I think what really helped was we were able to also reminisce and have some laughs as well mixed
Yeah,
in with
yeah.
it, which so thank you.
Which is the
Thank you for
next.
that. Thank you for having me. And thank you for doing the photo shoot that's going to be coming up with me. Thank you in advance.
Yes, I will. Before the end of summer. Listen, I got to do it when the weather is warm because, like you said, like the creativity aspect, I need it to be warm outside in order to be
Yep. Yep.
creative. So,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I'm excited though. So, like I said, this it's all timely because this is the
Yes.
perfect chapter in which I embark on this journey. So, thank you,
Good.
sir, and
You're
thank you
very
for being
welcome.
part of my journey. Like you were there before the podcast even was a thing.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's actually really cool.
Yeah. Just keep up the good work and don't minimize yourself and don't second
Mm.
really my yourself. You're in the right place. You're doing the right thing. You're meant to be here. What you need to do now is just make it global. Work
Ooh,
on making it global. You got it. Don't think in a small box. You're not in a small box. Think large, think big, and good things are going to come to you. I see it in you. If I didn't see it in you, I wouldn't have talked to you that day and we wouldn't be doing this right now.
yeah.
But I see good things in you. I see a good person. I see someone who's caring, empathetic, sympathetic, someone who really wants to talk about the issues and talk about the issues from a good place and speak about it from their heart and
Mhm.
not scripted and stuff like that. And I think a podcast like this is what's needed in
Wow.
society nowadays because a lot of podcasts is scripted. A lot of them are scripted and you can tell they're scripted. This is not scripted. So please don't minimize you have to be in a box because realistically, I feel that you're so much more than um, a corner.
Get out of the corner, Ange. Get out of the corner. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. It's
Welcome.
yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Have a beautiful evening.
All right, you too. I'm going straight to bed. So
Right.
as
He's
soon as
like,
you're done,
what did you say? Rip off the clothes, dive in the bed.
what's what's that saying? I don't know if I can swear or not, but I'm not going to swear. It's like f this shit. I'm out on the bed. I'm so done.
He's like, I'm had enough now.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yes. But I appreciate it. We'll talk
I
soon
appreciate
and
you.
we'll
Yes,
line up all the stuff and
yes. Listen,
keep
like I said, I'll be in your DMs. So.
yeah, you better slide in my DMs. They'll be like, what? Yes, I said it. What? What is going on over there? My brother, my brother would be like, what? Just girl, mind
Mind your
you,
business.
mind your business. Yeah.
All right, love.
All right. Have a good night. Thank you, sir.
You too, love.
Much
Thank you.
appreciated. Aiming for
Take
greatness
care.
photography. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, that was Calvin. Oh my goodness, such a profound and amazing conversation. I'm at a loss for words. It was such a beautiful conversation. Um, I was gonna play a song. Do I still want to play a song? You know, I'm just not even gonna play a song. I think I'm gonna just let it. I'm going to let the conversation marinate and simmer and cook. And I hope that, it was a blessing for you to listen or watch. Spotify, you got next. We'll be uploading just now, but thank you for being here nonetheless. Next week, we have Azah. I'm excited to speak to Azah. He's going to talk about his new single, and also, his growth over the last couple of years. So that'll be a very interesting and fun conversation. So you don't want to miss it. Big and Serious podcast with Angie Goodas, 8 o'clock on Thursdays. And next Thursday we'll make sure the technology does what we need it to do. If you're looking for Calvin from Aiming for Greatness Photography, you're going to go to Instagram and you're going to go to A for A for G Photography. Oh, Angela, come on now, get it together, get it together. What else? If you are going through grief, know that you are entitled to, and that everybody experiences it, and there's no linear path to going through grief, and you might take a few steps forward, you might take a few steps left or right, but you do what is required or needed for you in order to get to a better space. Grief comes in many forms, and you can grieve many things. Please use your resources. Talk to somebody. If you feel like you want to harm yourself, please talk to somebody, um, and get that support that you need, because you are needed here on this planet. Your energy and your essence is needed, and know that you are loved. And on that note, I'm going to say good night. Oh, how can you find me? Maybe I should. I'll just do that real quick. So if you're looking for Angie Goodas, you can find me every third Monday on the Roots Rock Reggae radio show. Actually, this time it'll be the fourth Monday, because I will actually be in the studio with those mad people. But big up to Singing P, big up to Calendar Man, Selector Madman, and Brother Cliff. They are on CKUT 90.3 FM out of Montreal. Their show is the Roots Rock Reggae Radio Show, and that airs Monday overnight. So Monday morning at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it goes until 4 o'clock in the morning. What else? You can find me on all social media platforms at Angie Goodas, but if you go to Instagram, add a Z. Otherwise, it's one Z. Spotify, SoundCloud, Big and Serious podcast. Oh, if you have a business, so this week's big up was Aiming for Greatness Photography. So hit up Calvin for your all your photo needs. If you have a company that you would like me to do a big up for, you're going to send me an email, BNS, so Big and Serious, BN, like Nancy S, at angiegoodas.com. And yeah, it is what it is. I'm out. Bye. Oh wait, I forgot. I gotta end the Instagram. let me do that. Hold on a second. I didn't remember. Yeah, there's something I gotta do. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna end the Instagram, and y'all be good, or be good at being bad, but don't hurt nobody. Don't hurt